What is up, everybody? A little late today, but what are you gonna do? So apparently they did like a summer stream and they showed off a lot of the stuff, and I think the welfare is Mev again because, you know, that's the thing. I guess it's the fairy version or whatever, but yeah, my Discord was like DMing me like crazy and stuff. I'm like, Jesus, people. Yeah, I'm with Ace. I really don't care about, you know, the summer stuff too much. However, I will say they've got, I don't know what they're doing exactly. I don't know if it's like just like a mascot that looks like Fluffy, or if like Sith has like Fluffy as a spirit backing her up. I don't really know what the details are, but there's some degree of Fluffy nonsense going on. So we'll see about that. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, I don't know what the deal with some of those characters are. She's pretending to be the priestess. Yeah, we'll see. Fluffy's her homie. I guess we'll find out. All right, boys. Let's see. What shall we do today? Could go fight Richard some. We've got a lot of units that have been buffed. All right, where's my sound at? There we go. Okay. Need to play Arknights again soon as well, because we haven't done the boss yet. But no rush, no rush. And Faust, thank you for the 16 months. But nope, we need another saber face. Yep, there's more of those, because of course there is. Alright, let's go fight a dragon. Who to use? Yeah, I think summer's tomorrow, I guess? Yeah, I know, I need to play Elden Ring. I keep forgetting, and I just been so busy with real life stuff, man. It's been hard to get everything sorted. It's hard to keep up with. The FGO Reddit was just banned? Why? I can't say I care very much. I'm not much of a Reddit fan, but what did they do? I bet you it's Lolly related or something. That'd be what I would think. Dude, I'm telling you, they always think they're above the law. People think because it's anime, it's okay to sexualize kids. It's like, no, it's not. Dude, that's the thing I get the most flack over, by the way. And out of all the things I've said and done, me being like, yep, sexualizing kids is a big no-no, that's the thing people get mad at me about, right? Like, that just shows how stupid the fucking anime community is. So was I right? Is that why? They got violated Reddit's rules. Yeah, I tell you, dude, I've seen that a lot, though, with FGO and other anime stuff where they think they're, like, above the law. And, like, terms of service and all that stuff. I'm guessing it's not a permanent ban, though. Someone posted the age of consent is 18 and they got 260 downvotes. That sounds like Reddit. That sounds like Reddit. Yeah, I'm like an anti-weeb, dude. I don't put up with all that bullshit. All right, let's see. What do we got out here? You know, we haven't tried coup. All right, let's do that. Yep, it's coup time. We'll give him Yang CE. Honestly, though, this is not a justification. It's more of an explanation. But I think a lot of shut up, Da Vinci. We're talking about kids being lame. All right, we don't need you in here blabbing. Thank you. Jesus. Anyway, Japan has just normalized a lot of that stuff so much. You know, people are like desensitized to it, which I don't think is a good thing, but I do think that's why it happens. All right. We might be fine with just the 2 burns. If it's a straight solo. Man, Ku looks so whack, dude. I'm such a Ku fan, but my man needs some better fashion, dude. Looks like he's from outer space. Anti-dragon damage. How's your day? Not bad. I'm taking it a little bit easier these next couple of days. I hurt my back, but it's getting better. But yeah, I have to go easy on the manual labor and that kind of thing. Getting older, you know. Yeah, I haven't seen the fluffy stuff really. I'll check that out in a minute, Lost. Although I don't know, if it's tomorrow, I might just wait for tomorrow and you know, fuck it, do it live. All right, chat. What are you rolling on, or what are you not rolling on? Because you know, some people aren't gonna roll at all because they're sane individuals, but I don't think I'm rolling, but you know, I might throw like a summon ticket at Fluffy or something, right? Depending on how it's done. I don't plan on like rolling big though. All right, I should bring a Rosh for consistency and all that, but I'm too lazy, and I'm just gonna hope I get lucky. But if I was gonna do this for like to be competitive with my other units, I'd obviously bring in a Rosh so it was equal. But I'll just go with this for now and hope it works out. We're fighting a Saber as a Lancer, so it can only go so well. I don't want them to add a quick support right now. I want them to add a fucking budget quick support. Arc-Knight event ends in 11 hours? Shit! I didn't realize that. God damn, we might have to play some Arc-Knights later today. I thought we had more time than that. Well, this is not exactly a good opening hand. Gonna one-shot this golem, though. Sorry, Mr. Rock. Glad Ace told me, though. I'd like to at least beat the boss to get the, you know, the summon rocks or whatever. We're not exactly killing it on NP gain right now. Please attack. There you go. Oh, I forgot to give him NP on death. I had K-scope. We fucking everything up right now. Higher crit chance, which is more NP gain, so we'll go for that. That worked out. Okay, so I haven't done this in a while with a Lancer, but I think we cast Guts right away. They're doing the big dragon event soon. Yeah, that should be permanent though. That will be around forever. Looking forward to that. I think I go. Wait a minute. Shit. I need to apply burn. I guess I rainbow. That's gonna be so. But the crit chance is all over here. Damn it. That's really awkward. If this had the crit and stuff, I'd be all about doing rainbow, but the crit's gonna go up to 30. It's not very good. Fuck it. Gotta get the burn on there. Man, we're gonna have stronger extra attacks than that. We can get another 20% damage up for our extra. So there's more power to be had. Only 12 stars, not great. And we didn't crit with anything. All right, let's see what we can do here. There's a crit. And we're quitting for 21K on a Saber, dude. TG, thank you for the 34 months, man. My sleep schedule is so fucked into my suffering, so I'm with you on that one. I have jury duty coming up, and they want me to go in at like a time that's just like impossible for me, so I'm having to like slowly try to get my sleep schedule lined up. It's awful, dude. And it's gonna mess up my streams for a while too. Not great. It just sucks because I have so much going on in real life right now. It's like, it's such bad timing. All right, I guess I evade right away. And then now we do this number. I might not get selected. We'll see. I hope I won't. There's so many reasons why I shouldn't, but we'll find out. Either way, even if you don't get selected, you still have to go and all that, so. Man, we've had some AoE units that only get to like, you know, 800k, 700k. Then you got a fucking Lancer coming in here doing this well. Kind of funny how that works. I want to apply burn again or make more stars. Probably make more stars. Okay, well, there's our NP. You know, I probably should have used this heal immediately. I could have used it like twice already. That I think would have been worth it. Because having more health here means Guts might not go off. And, oh, I should cast Guts next turn then, though. So that Guts goes off for the NP. I think that'd have been the better way. I guess I do this anyway, but yeah, that's a mistake. There's no reason to hold it like that. Misplay. Big damage. Okay. Stinky with the 35 months. Everybody hyping that Fluffy. So my chat doesn't actually seem that excited for summer, but I guess that's just the crowd I attract. The Discord, though, there was a lot of people excited for it. So Lost, how long is the Reddit banned? What's the verdict on all that? Perma? Really? I mean, if there's any reason to perma someone, I think that would be it, but, wow, that's kind of funny. Boy, there's probably some people mad. Alright, let's see. Gonna rainbow again. We just reapplied burn, so I don't need to do that. If the dragon had a higher hit count, I wouldn't be doing art last every time, but because Richard's hit count is kind of questionable, I think it's the right play. As he does that, and I overboarded a lot, and I could have done Buster last. Yep, I messed up, man. I could have enough health that I wouldn't necessarily die right here. I'm not gonna get any value out of Atlas like this, most likely. I've had better runs against the dragon in the past than this one, but I'm not like really min-maxing it, so mistakes have been made. Oh, you know, I might actually roll on the mail banner some on my ult account to get Gwen copies. I need more coins. Yep, I could have lived there if I had healed. It'd have been still really close, but if he had only double attacked and stuff, I'd have been fine. That's huge if I had landed that. Yeah, now this cooldown reduction is not going to do anything, though. Yeah, it's possible if I'd lived there, then Guts went off on the next one, that I could get this PFA back again, and that would be how you win. Yeah, I guess I heal here and just hope that he doesn't attack a lot, and I got my defense up, so maybe I survive with that. Not much for me to rant about. I mean, the Reddit got blown up, and that's funny. You know, Summer's not really my cup. I guess just Lost Belt 6 pandering I find annoying, but, you know, that's kind of normal at this point. Oh shit, we're still alive. Man, look, we need one turn. We win in one turn because we get two. That's two. These would give me 2 more turns. And I can obviously do that damage. Bruh, dude, we're so close. We're so close. I might have to bring healing, like heal boost, and the heal command code. That might be what you have to do to win. Not bad though. Yeah, he can do it. I think he can do it now, but I wouldn't make a video out of it until I'm stronger, like I've finished the tree. Because if you could win a few turns sooner, it'd be a bit more reliable. So, I mean, he'll do it someday though, no question. I think he could do it today if I really tried, like, he got good RNG, but well, we can't really say, like, truly objectively what the most popular story is. It's the most popular among, you know, online goers and magazine readers, right? Then that it is objectively the most popular for that. But I think people really underestimate how much of like things like that are a vocal minority. And a lot of times you're just never gonna get good data. Like if you actually look up the sample sizes of polls and stuff versus the actual player base size, you realize like how warped it is to be like a Reddit user or a Famitsu reader or whatever. It's actually crazy. Now, regardless of that, I'm sure Lost Belt 6 would be high on the list, right? I don't see why it wouldn't be, right? I don't see why it wouldn't be. But there really just is no way to know. And I do, this is very easy to see, and most people that know statistics and stuff will back me up on this. You really can get surprised if you ever do get a peek behind the curtain at what the silent majority actually likes. Sometimes it is shockingly different than the vocal minority, like how different it can be. And now this is anecdotal, so it doesn't really mean anything, but like, for example, though, my brother, right? My brother does not use Reddit at all. He does not, he does not partake in YouTube comments, Twitter, none, zip, not even in the slightest, right? And then like his taste and take on a lot of different, you know, popular things or whatever are just completely different than what you're ever going to see upvoted on Reddit and things like that, right? And there's a lot of people like that. I mean, a lot of people like that. Because this is not like some crazy conspiracy or anything. This is not tinfoil hat stuff. Normal, well-adjusted people don't use Reddit. Now, sure, some of them do, but generally, Reddit is a very, very biased sample size of any community. Dark Souls, you know, Elden Ring, World of Warcraft, you know, it doesn't, the Reddit communities, the Discord communities are extremely biased. I mean, they're ultra biased. And yeah, normal, well-adjusted people do not partake in those kinds of things at all, right? You're never really going to have a way of getting their opinion. And actually, it's very common that scientists will talk about this, how like they wish they could get better sample sizes for you know, like questionnaires and things like that. They wish they could get like a chunk of that pie of like the silent majority, but you just really can't. Yeah, they're just not interested in those kinds of things. So I guess they're gonna make a new FGO Reddit then. I wonder how that'll work. I don't know if like with the ban rules, if like different people have to make it or whatnot, but you know, they could just make a new account and say they're different. I wonder how that's gonna go down. Yeah, and even Facebook's a good example because even Facebook, if you look at the user base, the daily logins and stuff, it's nothing. It's still a minority, but it's closer to normies, right? You have more normies on Facebook than you do on Reddit or any of that stuff. But even Facebook, right, the most normie of them is still nothing compared to like the greater, chunk of humanity, right? If you look at like the amount of like daily logins on Facebook, right, so they're not like bot accounts and all that. If you have like bot accounts, it's like bullshit. But if you look at the actual active users in like a week on Facebook, and then you look up how many humans are on Earth, you realize it's nothing, right? Like it's fucking nothing. And you got fuckers that their whole opinion about the world. This is what's scary. You have a lot of people growing up right now, like Zoomers and stuff, that their whole opinion about like the world and how people think and what the takes that they get are all from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, those kinds of things. Like they don't have a good barometer for all those other people that don't care about those things. And it does warp people's perspectives, I think, quite a lot. Okay, well, Ku did not quite have that. But with good luck, he certainly can. Also, I need to change his command codes. Let's try some other people out here. All right, let's see here. I mean, plenty of boomers are dumb as bricks too. It's not what I'm getting at. It's more like I think a lot of younger people have a hard time realizing how unrepresentative of like mankind, Facebook is or Instagram is. Like just how much of a minority it is. Do you ever care about summer? Not really. When they add Hawaiian shirt Ku, I'll care. But they pretty much never do anything in summer I ever care. Let me think about that. I mean, like, I don't mind Summer Brunhilde, right? I like Ruler Martha, right? The punching is cool and stuff, but I don't like Summer Martha as much as I like regular Gwen or regular Gilgamesh or regular Ku or anything like that. I don't think they've ever added anything in summer I ever care about that much. There's been some summer challenge quests though that are fun, right? Bull of Heaven, great boss fight. Summer 3's challenge quest, great boss fight, right? So there's certainly been good boss fights associated with them, but you have to wait a long time for those. Feels nice having time for streams since I'm East Coast now for school. Yeah, I'm East Coast too, so we have that in common. Cairo is always making fun of me for that though. What about the costumes? I don't think I really ever liked the costumes either. Sometimes I don't mind them, but like for example, I wouldn't use Edmund's summer costume over his regular. There's just no way. I prefer serious things, right? And so well, I don't even have a summer costume. Actually, I think I do. I just didn't use the mats. Like I have it in the thing, but I haven't actually spent the mats to unlock it. But why would I, right? Because there's just no world I'm going to use Summoner Edmund over this. I mean, this is so much better. Again, I don't hate his summer costume, but this is just better. And that's kind of how I feel about almost all of them. Like, I'm not going to use Robin Hood's over his regular. There's just no... I don't think there's a single summer costume that I use, actually. Let me think. Oh, yeah, Fuma. Okay, yeah, I do use Fuma. That one is good. That's one of the best summer costumes they've done. And then I don't really like Fuma's regular kicks that much, so... Now, Summer Bedivere I would probably use. I don't think I'd use it all of the time, but I would definitely use it sometimes. Definitely. Oh, yeah, Castergill. That's another one. See, but there's a pattern here. Like, I don't like Fuma's regular getup. I can't even find him, by the way. Where the fuck is Fuma? There's the assassins. There we go. So, yeah, like, this is just an abnormally good look. And then... this one's decent. I will say his stage 3 is decent. I don't mind it, but the shoes suck. But like the other two are garbage, and I hate the colors. The gray, red, white thing just is not working for me. This is a lot better. So like, yeah, that, and then Castergill is because regular Gill looks like he put his clothes in a goddamn blender, right? That's like the whole problem. By the way, we really need to do more of the drip tier list. We've kind of been falling behind on that. I'm kind of just all over the place in real life right now, so it's been hard to keep up with that kind of stuff. But yeah, Castergill is another one that I used the summer one for. but I wouldn't, like, I would not use this over, like, Archer Gilgamesh's drip, right? Like, no way. It's just because fucking Castergil looks like a clown. So, you know, easy to overcome that. Okay, a Landling's pretty good, too. Landling's pretty good, too. That's fair. Do I even have Landling? Yeah, I should. Maybe he's not leveled. I swear I have Landling. I think I've gotten him like a billion times. I probably just haven't leveled him yet. He's one of those where it's like, I have so many friends that have really good Landlings that I'm like, why level mine? Because mine's never going to be as good as theirs. So, if I need it for like a video or whatever, I would just use theirs anyway. Maybe I've been leveling him some. Like, there's no way I don't have him. What the hell here? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I have a 34. Yeah, it's pretty random. Do I have his costume? Uh-oh. I may have it, and I just didn't use the mats for it. Let me see here. Yeah, I haven't bought a lot of these. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have it, but you have to max ascend him and all that first. But I do have it, it looks like. I have so many random 5 stars that I have no interest in. I don't know why I have Kama. That was either GSSR or she was rated up with some random crap. I have no idea what. I could not tell you. I do not remember why. But I'm certainly not planning. Dude, I have and I got a bunch in my second storage too. Like, I put Kiara in the second storage and Space Ishtar and all that. This was for Mori. I was trying to get Mori, which I didn't work out very well. I don't even remember getting Kama, but I believe that I have it just because I'm aware of how many random 5 stars I've got. What was rated up with... What the fuck was rated up with Kama? Oh, it was with Summer Canis. That must be why. Yeah, that must be why. I'm not seeing this Kama though. Let's see. Oh yeah, there they are. Oh god, I need to level them so they're just not in their kid form anymore. Gotta fix that. That's yikes. Kids aren't cool. Don't let anime try to brainwash you, chat. Chat, I wonder what's gonna happen when we finish rating the writers, because this is a design. What the fuck, dude? Looks like a Sonic character. Gotta go fast, indeed. Canis the Hedgehog. I don't know where the book will rate. We'll see. You have to rate that, I guess, on like what kind of book it is, right? And like what, like you got the playing cards. That's a plus. And we've had a couple of odd characters where you can't really rate them like you rate the other ones. All right, we could use other Lancers. Most Lancers are just gonna get absolutely obliterated here. Pretty messed up. I think when it's all said and done, the Lancers that will do well and or beat it. Ku can definitely beat it. I think Canis might be able to beat it when she's really maxed out and you get really lucky. You got the Lolly Dragon and Kidu. I think everyone else is doomed. Yeah, I don't think Baldi's gonna do it. No command codes, by the way. Maybe Leo, but I doubt it because the dragon's hit count is low. If the dragon's hit count was higher, then he could smoke it. Leo can actually solo so many random things that like you really shouldn't be able to solo because of that. Like he can solo Kali or whatever her name is and stuff like that. Now Roma, I don't think is a chance. No way. Roma's not that good of a solo unit. He really isn't. Like he's okay, but like nothing so good that you're gonna beat a Saber like that. Well, no command codes, but we'll give it a go anyway. I don't know what we go with. Might have to go default so we don't die immediately. This is gonna be so bad without command codes. He really needs those. Rotoku, no way. Unless they add another system to upgrade your favorite unit, then maybe. Because Ku, I think, can do it right now. Once you max out the skill tree and all that, it'll be a little close, but I think he can do it. But the Proto Ku is just not gonna cut it. But if there's another upgrade, then he might get in the running at that point. Power creep, though. So much power creep. Man, when you take a step back and look at Leonidas, he is pretty out there. It'd be cool if you could turn other units into Lancers to just see how they do. But like, I imagine like King Hassan would still do decent. He wouldn't do as well though, because a lot of his survivability is about like the defense up and the heal, and that's a lot less effective when you're fighting where you're being counterclassed. But I think he'd still do well. Yeah, Kama would probably still do well. Same problem though, but I still think she would do all right. Ku has a really good toolkit if you are being counterclassed though, because so much of the survivability will work no matter how much damage they do, and that's really good. Richard bullying grind indeed. Hey Gambler, 37 months, man. Yeah, maybe we do the drip tier list today if people are game for that. I don't think Burgess's Lancer would do very well here, actually. I think she would do better than like just your average run-of-the-mill Lancer, but healing like that is a lot less effective when you're being. How do I explain this? So HP is like doubly good if you're counterclassing, right? And it's doubly bad if you're being counterclassed, because each point of health is worth less because the amount of damage the enemy is doing is greater, right? And she's all about healing, and it's not enough healing to like do that well. So I don't think it'd be very good, to be honest. But I think she would do better than like Dyrmid, right? Unless the dragon was female, then Dyrmid would actually do pretty well. That'd be interesting. Avenger Ushi as Lancer. I mean, I think she would do well. She obviously does like exceptional damage. Even though she'd be going down to doing half damage, it'd still be really good damage, like for a Lancer. She will, like, her evade being kind of shitty though would be more of a problem and stuff. But that'd be interesting. I'd actually be very interested in trying that if that was a thing. I don't think Kama as a Lancer could do it, to be honest. Unless you got a miracle run where like every single charm ever landed and things like that. But I think she would still do well. But I don't know. 5 stars at 120 are pretty broken. If she was like 100, then I don't think so. But maybe at 120. Just because, yeah, 120 is nuts. Fujino, I don't think Fujino could do it, to be honest. Well, wait a minute. This is super large. I don't know, maybe then. Maybe. Damage cut, though, is a lot like heal, though, where damage cut is significantly less effective when you're being counterclassed, because you're not going to hit like that like threshold where you take no damage at all, which is when it's really broken, and that's just not going to happen. Okay, well, we want this. Do I Rainbow Chain? If I Rainbow Chain, we go up to 50% crit. Yeah, I think I do. And I'm actually going to do this just because the stars on this turn are so important. Man, I wish we had command codes. I don't think Van Gogh would work. I'm not sure, though. That one's kind of weird. But, like, there's a lot working against her if she's be the one being counterclassed. Like, when you're being counterclassed, there's a lot of, like, problems that show up that you don't normally see, so it can be kind of hard to predict. The dots, though, are good regardless, though, so that's a bonus. Siegfried, I don't think would work at all. I mean, I think he'd do okay. He's gonna beat Dyrmid and all that kind of stuff again. But, like, he's still gonna get chunked a lot, even with his anti-dragon defense up and all that. And he is still AoE, even with the bonus damage. So there's a lot of problems. So I've got to get my NP right now. But I got to make stars. I gotta do that. And then if we get our NP, we do our third skill and try to get a huge crit. Mr. Richard, if you could cast some buffs right now. There you go. Now one more of those. No, not that. No, not that. Well, we can get a big boy crit here. Alright, just crit with this buster, please. 70% chance. We got triple attack up. Got double crit up. We got defense down. Alright, I was like, what, 70k? That's pretty nice. If he had crit there, I would have died. We're gonna get our NP no matter what. Nice triple crit. I think we're dead this turn no matter what. Unless he triple buffs or something. I'm sure we can do better than this, especially with command codes. Choco Jana would be interesting. That would be really interesting. She is such a broken solo unit, man. If she was single target, it would be unreal. Honestly, it's easy to make fun of Baldi, but this is so unfair to Lancers that getting to 800k is not even that bad. And if we had maybe had better luck and then had command codes, I could see him making it to like 700k or something like that, which is, that's still really good. Good demonstration of why Baldi's the coup killer. Yeah, fucking right. I still can't believe people were saying that back in the day. I remember just rolling my eyes at it. Dude, I got so many people mad at me, and I never said it. I don't think I ever said a rude word to anybody. But I remember when Baldi was coming out in JP, and then when he's coming out in NA, there just kept being all these people just trying to like convince people that Baldi was like the 3-star and was like power creep, and you got to get Baldi, and he's so good. And I kept being like, guys, he's not that good. He's super inconsistent. There's so many problems with, you know, his damage and stuff. And then so many people would just try and throw me under the bus and stuff, dude. And here we are years later, and no one ever did anything impressive with Baldi. Like, he never was able to pull anything off this entire time. Like, you know, he's not shit. You know, he's not shit, but he's not special. You know, he's a unit of all time. I'll put it that way. All right, chat. Do you want the drip tier list? Because there's not a whole lot to do over here in FGO and whatnot. And let's try not to get Terma serviced by the kid characters. Thanks. Yeah, I'm game for some drip. All right. Give me a second though. I didn't think this one through, so I don't actually have it pulled up yet. So give me 1 second here. Yeah, I think I'll just wait. I'll wait to see their animations and stuff till tomorrow, because I think they're out tomorrow, so might as well do it then. Seems to make sense to me. Okay, I think we're still on Riders. I think we have a few Riders to go. And then if we got time, we'll do like an extra class. Let me change the stream title here. All right, tier list maker. I don't think we've talked about the class rider guy yet. Looking forward to that. I'm so excited to see like how the class card guys end up. Like who ends up being the top one, who ends up being the bottom one, that kind of thing. All right, I got the tier list up. Just got to get the NPCs and stuff. Okay, making sure this is the correct version of the tier list. We didn't, like, pass on anybody. Okay, yeah, we still have a lot of riders to go, actually. Kind of surprised by that. Thought we had done more than that. Okay, right there. Right there. Okay. Think we are set, chat. All right, we got, what's her name again? I always forget. Reigns or some crap. Okay. Well, not this one. I don't like the traditional Chinese and Japanese garb generally, so definitely not rating like that as the top one. Probably just this one. It's just kind of typical, comfy, I guess. I mean, it's all right. You know, you got the blue is okay with the black. She looks bored out of her mind. Decent gloves. Little hat thing's okay. It's, you know, it's kind of just there though, right? It is like it's a nice hat, but it's like the embodiment of mid, right? And a lot of people when they say mid, they actually mean bad, but this is actually just, you know, mid. It's there. I like the gloves though. The gloves are good. And the colors are fine. I say this all the time, but it's the truth. It's not my cup of tea. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing outlandishly bad about it. But yeah, it's not really my style. Man, the waifus come here to die on my tier list when I look at this. Like, Jesus Christ. I would give this a C+ though. I know that was really brief, but I mean, what am I gonna say? It's like, you know, the blue's nice. Nothing clashes. Nothing's out of place. But yeah, it's kind of normie stuff. At least there's nothing weird about it though. I really do like that. So yeah, it's neutral. It's fine. It did nothing offensive, but nothing to really win me over. Where did I just place it? We'll put it about right there. That seems about right. All right, that was probably the briefest one we've ever talked about. Oh no. Well, at least they're wearing clothes, so they don't go right into the trash can. I hate Da Vinci, dude. I hate Da Vinci. I don't even want to talk about this. Okay, the blue-red contrast is terrible. I hate that. I guess the glove's pretty cool. The staff is lame. The cape thing is kind of all right, I guess, like court jester stuff. And now we're just like Kid but a maid on roller skates for some reason. At least there's some green on it. I'll give it that. I don't get it. Why does this never work? And then this is just like ice skating stuff. Kid on skates. Here's the thing, chat. I'm gonna say it. I don't like kids. All right. I don't hype kids. All right. They're not cool. They're not badass. They're dumb and they drain all your money. All right. That's what kids are. And all these fucking anime games trying to make kids awesome. I'm not about it. I am not about it. But in terms of just the drip, you know, at least the colors are fine. Guys, ice skates are all right. You know, blue, white's fine. It's okay, right? I've seen worse, right? Like the poofy sleeves aren't great, but they're not that bad. But I don't like kids, all right? And as I always say, we're not just rating the drip, we're rating the overall aesthetic, and being a kid is definitely part of the overall vibe of like a character that you make in a game or whatever. And the kids suck, all right? And Da Vinci is just not it. But at least, I mean, there's nothing terrible about this. They didn't do anything weird. There's no like, you know, creepy TOS stuff. There's no weird shoes. There's no like pasta in her hair, right? It's just normal stuff. I don't really care between the three versions. I don't really have a preference here. They're all kind of just kiddo. I guess this one wins because of the colors. The red blue actually does look kind of bad. Do you hate your kid self? I mean, I was just a brat like everyone else when they were a kid. So I'll say this. I at least had enough self-awareness that when I was a kid that I was like, yeah, kids are dumb. When I was young, I was like, yep, I'm dumb. They're dumb. I'll be glad when I grow up and get smarter. I felt that way pretty quickly. But yeah, I always found kids annoying even when I was young, so. But you know, I could mind my manners, at least. There was that. All right. Well, I'm not rating the third one specifically because I'm too lazy to go find it and I don't care enough. But like collectively, if it wasn't a kid, it'd probably make it to C+. But because it's a kid, it's probably just C. I would say, like, I don't know, there. It's not great, but it's not like, it's not offensive. It's not egregious. And there are worse designs out there, which we've talked about several of them already. But all right, where are we at now? Okay, here we go. Did we already do Black Bart? I feel like we had. Nope, no, we haven't. Okay, see now we're talking. Okay, now we got some drip chat. Look at this. Right now, I will say the shirt being untucked in is a little weird with everything else looking fancy. Now I get it, he's a pirate, but we're not here to talk about context. We're here to talk about, does this look good? And unlike some of the other pirates, it's harder to tell that he's a pirate, right? I'll just put it that way. Now, when you know, but the shirt does look a little out of place. Now, that's a good hat, all right, chat? That's a really good hat. That's great, all right? The colors are really good here. We've had a lot of red failure throughout this list, but this is a very good use of red. The only thing I don't like about this is the sleeves. And I get it matches like the fur up here, but I don't know. That's not great. I'm not big on that. And the bottom of the pants are a little dumb too, but I think it works well enough. I like the sash. The hat's 10 out of 10. You know, the colors are good. You know, good old. I never realized that he had that on his gun. I cannot be the only one that never saw this little guy. I never. I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, you know, he's smiling, right? He's smiling, so it's not too bad. But yeah, hat's great. I like the cut of his jib. I like the colors. Cool saber. Red sash is really good. I don't know about the belt buckle color. That I never noticed that. That is really out of place. I'm not crazy about that bit. That's gonna be the one thing I'm not really digging here. And the gloves are weak. Get a full fucking glove. I never get these gloves that like show off the bottom of your palm. Like what the fuck is that? Also, why is that an emote? Why is that an emote? How does that exist? How does that possibly exist? That is so specific. I cannot believe that is so fucking specific. What the hell, dude? I mean, that's perfect for this though. Yeah, chat's loving it. But yeah, that's basically what this is. I mean, that's like so similar. I'm shocked. I don't even know what to say, dude. Pirates. We're all pirates. But yeah, I don't like these gloves. You know, wear a full fucking glove or none at all, right? That just looks dumb when you have like the bottom of your palm showing like that. I don't even get that. Is that like a thing, chat? Do people like this? I'm confused. But the rest of it's really good. It's very good drip overall. Let me look at the third stage here. This is a little much. It's not like it's bad. But I don't like the blue thing here. I don't mind the coat. Like it's kind of a coat on a coat on a coat and all that. But I don't like the blue scarf thing here. I don't dig that at all, honestly. Like especially with the red blue like this. And I don't like yellow with blue in general, but especially not like this type of yellow with this kind of slightly darker blue, but still not like, it's not like full on navy blue or anything. I hate it. I don't like that color combo in the slightest. Yeah, overall this holds it back. I would say stage 2 is much better. But I enjoy my pirates. I enjoy my sea dogs, right? And this definitely has a sea dog, but really fancy vibe. I gotta say though, you need the context for this to really work, in my opinion. If I saw this design, I had no idea who it was, I don't think I would like it as much as like Francis Drake or even Columbus maybe. Well, I might like it more than Columbus, I'm not sure. But Columbus has got the beard, which I really like, right? The context really what sells this. On its own, I'm like, yeah, this is good. But yeah, I don't think it can beat Drake. I really don't. If I saw these two designs and I didn't know anything about either of them, I would definitely pick Drake over this one, I think. Although I do really like this hat. This is one of the best hats we've seen, actually. I think it's super good. And this is a very good use of red. But like, for example, this red sash looks really cool with the hat, right? This like black-red combo. But I wish there was like more black in here, right? Like maybe make the jacket black and make the inner shirt white or something like that. But this like kind of like lavender purple thing going on with the red, it could be better. It could be better. So although I like it, it's certainly positive. It's definitely not as good as Francis Drake, which I'm a little surprised by, but when I think about it objectively, yeah, I definitely think Drake's got the win on that one. How high can this go, though? I'm thinking B+ at least. How do I feel about this compared to some of these? I think I like it more than Blackbeard. It's not A. I don't think it's A, so we're not beating Columbus either. I'm feeling in around maybe a bit higher than that. I mean it's a damn good hat. It's a damn good hat. But yeah, Black Bart needs more black. I agree. I think that would really make the red pop. Like if it was more like the hat throughout, I think it would really work. I don't think it beats Vertra, even though Vertra's got that really silly skirt. Vertra's got some pretty good drip going on there. I'll say it's about right there. I mean, that's a very solid, you know, a good B+. You know, B+ is certainly in the positive. I definitely like it. I thought he would do better than that, though, to be honest. I'm actually gonna rate his second stage just because the hat is that important. So we'll use that as the marker here. But yeah, I was kind of expecting him to do a bit better, but you know, the belt buckle's kind of off. The gloves are a bit off. The shirt color's a bit off, right? There was just a few things holding it back. Oh boy, Carmella. Never really thought about this one before. Had several of those. Okay, decent hat. I'll give her that. The dogs are cool. I don't like the dress at all, though. I'm not... You probably noticed this. I don't rate the dresses very highly, General, and there's really nothing about this one that's going to make it do all that well. The colors are all right. I'll give it that. It's kind of unique colors. But I think just straight red would be better, right? Like, if they did, like, deep red, like a pure red, I think that would absolutely be better. But the dogs are good, and the hat is good. You know, she doesn't have like weird shoes or anything stupid like that. They're keeping it fairly tame. Now we're getting really weird. All right, now I hate to say this, chat. I love dogs, but these dogs look kind of stupid. I hate to say that, but especially the red one. That is, tech dogs can look cool, like tech war dogs. Like I've seen plenty of tech war dogs in like fantasy and other games and stuff that look cool. These are not the best. I've definitely seen better, right? They're still good boys. I would never say this to their faces, but I have definitely seen better robot dogs. You know, the red black is cool. I gotta say it. I don't like the curly hair thing at the bottom here. If I saw this with no context, I didn't know that. Like, I don't mind Carmella as a character, right? But if I just saw this design with no context, I'm like, your hair's lame. This eye thing doesn't really work. What's with this thing, right? It just looks like your clothes went through a blender. It doesn't, you know, again, fan service is fine, but this doesn't even look designed, right? It just looks chaotic and random. The red's good, though. That's a good use of red. I think if you use that shade of red in stage 1, that would be better. But, you know, the boots are kind of cool, but then everything else... I mean, look at the coat! Look at the coat! Imagine someone actually putting that on. Like, imagine someone getting this coat out of their closet, right? And you got, like, this, like, bottom trench coat thing, and then it's just, like, nothing, and it's, like, a strap up. It's so stupid looking, right? Good gloves, good boots. Everything else sucks. Everything else sucks, right? It's just, this is the problem I see with fan service a lot. I don't think seeing human skin gives you eye cancer. It's just a lot of the designs, they're just showing off skin just to show off skin. They're not even thinking about the design at all. And her hair is stupid. I'm sorry. I like Carmella. I feel bad shitting on Carmella, but this hair looks dumb. I have seen worse IRL. Dude, I used to work near an area of the city where there was like nightclubs. And the shit I would see on Friday nights, dude. Oh my god. I saw some dumb fucking shit. Like, my god. Okay, this is just like swimwear, right? The black's good, though. At least we're actually got a good color combo going on here, right? And now she doesn't have dumbass hair. Okay, so, but the dog still looks stupid. But, like, her hair looks the best. At least the colors are black. But it's just a swimsuit, right? There's nothing really interesting. I don't really like the, like, see-through shawl jacket thing. I never really liked that kind of shtick. You know, again, pick a lane. But, I mean, it's fine. You know, the black's cool. The hair's fine. But it's, you know, it's not really my style. I don't care about swimsuits too much. That's kind of how all the summer things go. I'm just not really into summer wear, thanks. The dogs are best in stage 1, though. You know, by a lot. The dogs look kind of dumb in the other ones. Okay, we'll rate the ride. We've been doing that for people with mounts and stuff. I think that's only fair. Oh, I don't think they have a picture of it. Damn it. I don't really remember what her car looks like. Is it? Oh, okay, there's the car. So it's like a red sports car, right? We're going like Cobra mode here. I wish I had a better picture of it than that. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, it fits. Why don't you get that one? This is so much better. What is wrong with this game? Why didn't they add that one? If that was a costume in game, that would be like just so much higher. Like, that's actually really good. That hat is killer. The only thing I don't like is the flared pants are kind of stupid, but this is a billion times better. This is better than all three of the other ones combined. Like, this is so much better. Yeah, that she's stripped out of her mind. Yeah, this is amazing. This would be at least A tier. This would be at least A tier if they actually made this a costume. And it'd probably be high A. That's really good. That is shockingly good. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of conditioned to seeing Carmela's drip and laughing at it. Because her, you know, assassin version's got the ridiculous nails and all that, and wearing a cage, right? Which just looks completely ridiculous. And her summer variants are kind of meh. But this is really good. This is like solid as fuck. I don't understand why they don't give you this. This is so much better. The only thing is their flared pants are a little mid, but she pulls it off a lot better than the other ones that I've seen. And this hat is just so good. The belt's good, right? The colors are good, right? That's so much better. Like that's A or A plus, I would say. Unfortunately, though, it's not technically a costume, and it doesn't even have like an in-game sprite like I tell you what, though, if Can wants to add it, I'll rate it later. If Can can be bothered. Also, hi, Cairo. But if Can wants to add it, I'll give it like an honorary mention like we did with Steno and stuff, right? But yeah, this is better than every other Carmela Ascension combined. Cairo, you must agree with me on this, right? This is Carmela's summer version, right? So like, I think that's better than anything in her assassin form or any of these three. Like, I don't think these are that great, really. Like, the hair is good in this one, but then everything, it's just a swimsuit, and the dogs look dumb. And then this one is just chaotic nonsense and terrible hair. And then her assassin version has the giant sleeves and the dumbass nails and wearing a cage for some fucking reason and the dumb mask. Not a fan. But yeah, so anyway, back to business here. I think I'll rate stage 1 because the hat and the dogs are the best. If we rate the car with it, that helps a bit, right? Like the car, I think, would bring it up a little bit. But yeah, it's just not really. I like the sunglasses, right? I like all that stuff. The dogs, the sunglasses, the car, but the dress is pretty boring. The colors could be better. I'll give it probably like right there. The car does help a good bit. You know what? I think we have to do that. Yeah, that feels more right. Okay. Nemo. Another kid character. Which one? Probably stage 2. The blue-black is probably the best. Okay, so I hate the bow. That's dumb. That's so bad. It just looks like you're missing your pants, essentially, which is not a good look, especially on a kid. I like the hat. I like the hat. I like the hat. I like the colors. I hate the hair. I actually I did not realize that until now. I hate this hair so much. That's yikes. Yeah, I don't really like it. I don't really like it. Rate his arcade version. I'll take a peek at it at least. But, let's see. Stage 3. You're just adding, like, that. This looks dorky. That's, like, tacky. Just kind of just there. And you still have, like, the no pants thing. You still have the bad hair. I really just don't like Nemo's drip, man. I really hate the bows and stuff. And heels on a kid. You don't put heels on a kid, right? That's for adults. It looks like they're, like... What this looks like is a kid that is like looks up to their captain mom or something and is dressing up when they're away from home, right? That's what this looks like. That's not a good look, all right? And like the hair is just terrible. But yeah, not really a fan. I've seen worse though. It's not gonna go straight into F tier. The submarine's cool. I don't know if that counts. Honestly, better. Honestly, better. You know, it's obviously just like a kid, but you know, there's something weird going on there. So that would actually rate higher. How does Nemo have that many craft essences already? And Medea has like 1? How does that happen? But yeah, I actually dislike this more than I thought I would. I mean, kids wearing heels is just dumb. And then the hair is yikes. And like the no pants is yikes. The only saving grace is the hat. But that's not enough. I'ma say... probably really low C tier. Like literal bottom C tier. Not a fan. Main story privileges, apparently. Okay, now we got Odysseus somehow. Imagine hearing that this is Odysseus. If you had like, because some of the Fate designs are pretty tame, right? And you can tell like Achilles, you're not surprised that's Achilles. But then like Odysseus, it's like, what? Okay, this is terrible. This is so bad. Where do I even start with this? It looks like he's got like a little, apron going on, right? This is, I hate this on so many levels. First off, I don't really like Odysseus's hair that much. The like red-white combo doesn't really work. Cool eyes, I guess. I don't think guys can pull off the boob window very well, and this ain't it. Even if you're gonna do it, this ain't it. And the boob window is the least of the problems here, though. That really is not the issue. It's like the purple gold not really working. This little like mini skirt thing not working at all with the like robot, future. This just looks dumb as shit. I hate this one. I really hate this one. It just, wow. I don't like it on any front. A little bit better with this, but now you're like emperor of shit, right? You still got the stupid boob window, which again, I'm sorry, guys just can't pull it off very well. The cape kind of helps, but the shoulder pads look dumb. And just, it looks like the Space Emperor, like Charlemagne Stage 3, but lame, right? You've got the Chad Space Emperor with Charlemagne Stage 3, and then you got this guy. This guy, like, they have budget cuts. He couldn't actually make the costume properly. I don't dig it. I do not dig it. And then Stage 3, it's better like neck down. This is better. It looks like, proper Space Emperor now. It looks like you put your full costume together. The white, black, blue, glowy blue stuff, that's very good. I hate it with the hair being orange though, and this little neck thing sucks. Everything about this is acceptable except the neck thing. That looks so dorky. And the shoulder pads are maybe a little much, but it's not too bad. But the cape, the colors are all fine. The white, black's fine. This is, again, more like... Still, Charlemagne's got the better Space Emperor look, right? Yeah, we're obviously going to talk about the costume now. I think we knew that was coming. So, this is so much better. Now you look like you're actually a competing Space Emperor with Charlemagne. You're the other faction, right? You actually got your budget together. You finished the costume, right? Like, you got rid of the dumb boob window that's just weird, right? And then now you got a pretty badass helmet. Now, this is a terrible design for Odysseus. But we're not talking about, is this a good design for Odysseus? We're talking about, if I just saw this design, do I think it looks good? And the answer is yes. This looks like a Star Wars, this looks like a Sith Lord from a video game instead of like a proper movie, right? This looks like a Sith from a video game, which is not the best. You're not Darth Vader, okay? This is not Darth Vader, but it's still good, right? Like, the colors are fine. The helmet does look pretty badass. I'll say that. The helmet does look pretty badass. The yellow is a little out of place, maybe, or orange or whatever that is, but overall, it's good. Evil Space Emperor. All right, now we'll look at the other one. And I gotta say, I think I like this one even better. This helmet, that is damn good, right? Now you're like a Jedi gone evil, right? This is like Imperator nonsense or something, or Warhammer almost, right? This is really good. This is an S tier helmet. I agree. If we were rating helmets alone, this would be S tier. But I like the overall drip. I mean, like I said, the glowy laser hand thing is pretty cool. The one thing, maybe the cape is a little much with these like strands right here, like these strands coming off. I think that's a little silly, but no, this is good. I mean, this does look like Star Wars. Like, this doesn't look like Fate at all. This just straight up looks like Star Wars. But if I was rating this in a vacuum, I'd be like, yeah, this is a cool, like, Jedi wanting to take over the universe for some reason or something kind of look. Like, I like it, and this helmet's awesome. I think we'll give it to this costume, though. That's the one we're gonna rate. Hopefully, please tell me Can added that, because that's important. I can't in good conscience put it up there on the list if it doesn't have the helmet. I don't think we have it. I am not seeing it. Oh no. We have a lot of the costumes, but I don't think we have that one. Shit. It's there? Am I blind? Oh, I am blind. Cairo, not another word, you're banned. Honestly, I like that costume way more than I thought. I think it's gonna be A+ at least. Let me see here. How does it rate against Britomart? Again, we're not talking about context. We're not talking about the voice acting. It's just the design, the aesthetic. So Britomart's got like the kind of mini mecha thing going on. Where does this go, man? I do think I like it more than Britomart, I gotta be honest. I think it gets about... It might even make S, I don't know, it's tough. I think it's about right here. Very, very solid. I mean, that's very, very high. It's really good. The helmet is so great, but like, I like the rest of it, but I don't love it, right? Like the cape and stuff is not exactly my style. I like it, right? The colors and like space armor and stuff is cool, but it's not quite my cup of tea with like the royalty kind of look. You know, I prefer the more like trooper, you know, space look, you know, the boots on the ground kind of combat ready look, right? That's more of my cup of tea, but it's still good. It's still good. Okay, we got everyone's grandma. Europa, which has got a more of a classical, you know, fantasy Greek look. It's a little less Greek than maybe you would expect, though. Obviously, we have to rate the bull as well. That's clearly part of the design. Which one of these is best? Not a lot changes. So this gets kind of fluffy, drippy. I don't like the bow. Okay, that's got like the whole red thing. That's all right. This one's got less red, but I guess more like flowy stuff. Like, it's hard to tell the difference here. So the red on this one's better, but I don't like the panty shot. That's kind of just forced. It looks out of place. I'd probably say stage 1. I think it's got the best overall look. I wish, though, this was that same red. The pink here is not as good as the red. Like, absolutely not. Yeah, it just... Designs like that just look like you're lacking something. It doesn't look even intentional. It's just like you're not wearing your skirt for some reason. Yeah, if the pink here was the red up here, it'd be way better. But yeah, it's, you know, classical kind of fantasy design. I don't like the sandals. I am never gonna like sandals, chat. It's never changing. Sandals are weak. It doesn't matter if it's like era appropriate. We're not talking about if it's era appropriate. We're talking about, does it look good? Sandals look bad today. They look bad yesterday. They looked bad 1,000 years ago. All right, sandals are for the weak. All right. But I like the red, white is good. His crown is a little wild, but it's all right. You got like the yellow, purple eyes, red. Yeah, it's a good look. I don't know about the pink eyes. I would have gone with red. I really would have gone with the red. But it's fine. It's not bad. I just think red would be better. But it's like Mecha Bull Boy, right? I mean, it's pretty cool. I like bulls, and Mecha Bull is fine, right? It's a good mount, I would say. I don't think it's as good as Percival's, right? But this still looks mean. It looks like it's gonna run you over, right? Where do we rate this? I mean, it's, again, a very typical, like, fantasy Greek lady design. But the colors are nice, right? The colors are nice. The sandals are, like, the only big negative here. And although there's not much I hate about it, the whole, like, you know, Greek lady look isn't exactly going to be at the top of my list, right? But, yeah, I guess we should rate the mech as well. We've been rating every mech we've seen. And some of them have been pretty bad, but hers is decent. Hers is so big. Oh, please tell me the wiki is so weak. The wiki is so weak. How do they not have this? Okay, so she's got like heel sandals. That doesn't really help, I'm gonna be honest. Crazy hair though. I didn't realize she had that much hair. Where is the mecha though? I'm dying over here. Nope. I mean, you got that version of it, but I don't think that really counts. I don't think the heels make it worse. But it's kind of just the same. I mean, sandals are sandals, man. The heels give it like a royalty look, which, I mean, I guess go with the crown, so I mean, I guess it's okay. Like, but yeah, whatever. How am I not... Okay, Ace with the save. Okay, the CGI here is bad, but we're not here to rate the CGI. We're here to rate the design. This is so, like, from Big O. It's Big O with a bit of Greek, you know, in there. You know, the whole, like, super long, thin legs thing, right? And the big arms. You see that a lot in, like, Big O kind of style mecha. I'm not crazy about it, but I don't hate it either. The face looks pretty cool. You know, he's ready to punch somebody. I like the core, right? Like the glowing core and all that. I like that. He did not skip leg day. I'll tell you what. But it is kind of weird, right? It is a little weird. But it's all right. I like it more than City Girl, right? I think it's way better than that. Oh, we didn't rate the Trojan Horse, chat. Can anyone get me a picture of the Trojan Horse for Odysseus? I don't think that'll lower his rating. It might. I don't. We'll see. But yeah, we do have to factor in. We've been factoring in everyone's mecha, so we forgot that one. But yeah, if somebody can give me a picture of that, I would appreciate it. Wow, Ace was pretty quick there. All right, but let me finish. Let me finish this this rating. Okay, so we got, you know, fairly cool mech, not like top tier, but like fairly cool mech. Really cool bull, honestly. I like the bull. And yeah, it's like a very royalty kind of look going on here. It's almost like fantasy princess, right? Which is just not really my cup of tea, but the colors are good. The harp's all right. But yeah, it's just, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't really like, you know, that kind of like fantasy princess kind of look all that much. It's just not really what I am going to hype up. But I'm not going to hate on it either, right? It's acceptable. And the mech, the fantasy princess look with a giant mech is an interesting twist, right? And the mech looks well enough. Okay, so I'll give it a little bit of pause. I do think the colors and the mech and the bull is enough for it to actually get a bit positive. Probably bottom of B, right? You know, the crown's kind of cool. And all that. So yeah, I think bottom of B, because like if it was just, I think if it was just the like princess look, I think I would give it like C plus. But because it's like this, but with a giant fucking mech, I think it gets B. And with the bull, I mean the bull's pretty badass. And honestly, actually, I think the heels do help the sandals because it does go with the crown to give it like a royalty look. But it's still not great. There's still sandals. You can't hide that shit from me. So it's still a negative. It's just not as much of a negative. But yeah, B. I think low B, but it's fine. I think it's fine. Okay, so back to Odysseus. Now, the CGI here is really bad, right? That's you got to ignore that. You got to ignore how bad the CGI is. You know, this is like PlayStation 1. The top half looks pretty good, to be honest, right? This is not as good as like what you might see out of like a Gundam or whatever. It's a little wacky. This is not the best mech design I've ever seen. I don't like the really skinny legs. The legs are not working for me, right? Super skinny, kind of wonky looking. Like, how are you even going to stand up like that? This reminds me, there was an anime that when I was young, my sister loved and I hated. I think it was called like... It was something like Goddess. I remember it was all these like pretty boys piloting these like skinny mechs. I hated that show. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but it was something Goddess or whatever because the mechs were called goddesses or some shit. It was really old anime at this point. But I hated it. Star Driver, no. It was something like Candidate for Goddess or Goddess Candidate or something like that. I think the Japanese name was different. I don't remember, but I didn't like it. And this mech design reminds me of that a lot. And that's not That's not a positive. Now this probably looks better. I thought, to be honest, I don't really remember their mech designs. I just remember them being very skinny and very bad CGI. And so that's what this reminds me of. Now, if you remove the bad CGI and you just look at the design, I would at least say the colors are all right. The head's kind of cool, but I much prefer more grounded mecha design, right? Like way more realistic looking, way more like more chunky, more like functional looking. All the like skinny, fancy, weird stuff. I don't really care for that. Nah. I actually like Talos more. I just like the colors. I would have to say this probably hurts Odysseus a little bit, but he looks good enough, and the colors at least match that I don't think it's like that big of a deal. I'm gonna see if it's a big enough of a deal that I might. I think it's enough that I like Hot Wheels, and even maybe because his ride's good. That's the thing. Percival's ride is awesome. So, oh god, did Lost find it? Oh my god, yep, that's it. Yep, see what I'm saying? Like the skinny look. It's just, yeah, it's not great. God, that I did not care for that that show. I only ever saw it because my sister really liked it when she was a youngin'. But it was not my cup of tea. That's a very old anime, by the way. Anyway, yeah, I do think that does drop the design a little bit. Like, again, if you see Europa riding that bull or that mech, it's a positive. You see this guy riding that mech, it's like, okay, guy, you need it. You got a cool enough helmet and all that. You need a better ride, right? Go get yourself a proper mobile suit or something. All right, what's up next here? I don't want to talk about this. I hate this guy's designs for the ladies. Not like the aesthetic he always goes for, that like exaggerated proportions and all that. I just absolutely hate it. God, I just hate this guy's designs, man. They're just, and this just looks tacky as hell. Oh my, I hate the shoes. I hate whatever this skirt is. This like side thing is so dumb. These gloves are a this is like what I was talking about. Stop doing weird gloves like this. You got these fucking like balls on them. They're not even covering, or like, what is this hair? What are you doing? Literally, what are you doing? Like, these colors suck. This is all, I hate every inch of this. And I hate, like, what are these string things? Why? Right, you got these, like, tacky stripes going on. The fucking, like, you got, like, cymbals. You got, like, drum cymbals on your legs for some reason, right? And your hair is like an insect nest for some fucking reason. You got the weakest gloves on the planet. This skirt sucks balls, dude. Like, awful. So awful. I hate this, like, skirt peacock thing. I don't like baby blue in general, let alone with, like, fucking pink. Like, maybe with silver or something. So definitely not that stage. That stage can go straight to hell. I absolutely hate that. Unironically, this is probably the best one because you don't see the horrible character proportions that this artist always goes with, right? Now, even this one, though, the bandages look kind of dumb. We're not here to say, oh, she's injured. We're talking about style. Like, does this design have good style? And bandages aren't that great of style, I'm gonna be honest. The crutches are all right. Glasses are fine. This hair is still silly, but it's acceptable. I mean, like, it's pretty weird, but it's at least somewhat acceptable. You know, the black, purple, blue stuff with, like, pink highlights, all right. The jacket's fine. I mean, this is light years better than the other ones, right? I might even rate these independently because the difference is that large. You know, this is, like, adult that is, for some reason, dressing like a schoolgirl, which is kind of weird. But at least the colors and stuff are fine. You know, the blue thing is fine. And then stage 1 is another catastrophe. Like, your hair looks disgusting, okay? This thing back here, that looks awful. And it's all like, just, no. Nope, stop. Terrible body proportions, which is pretty typical from this artist. Dumb glove thing again, with like the palms showing, but then fingerless as well. Like, pick a fucking lane. I hate whatever this Shaw thing is. Why does it, what's with this? Like, literally, what is this on your leg? What are we doing? Right, the only nice thing I have to say about this is at least the colors aren't a catastrophe, okay? At least the colors are okay. But this, like, giant crayon looks really stupid. Your hair looks stupid. Your gloves look stupid. Your body proportions look stupid because your artist is out of his mind. This is a very take it or leave it, though. Some people love this artist to death, and it's like their favorite thing ever, and then loads of people hate it, right? I hate it. So stage 2 is the winner by an absolute mile. It's the only one that looks even remotely normal. This one is so bad. I loathe this design. The hair is terrible. God, it's got these weird sleeves. And like, again, the symbols and everything, just got, and I hate the shoes. Holy crap, I hate the shoes, dude. Yikes. Okay, so we'll rate stage 2 and stage 3 because that's like the two like really extreme opinions here. So stage 2, where is it? Gotta be in here somewhere. There it is. Okay, stage 2 is acceptable. I don't love it by any means, but I think I'd give it a rounded neutral, maybe a little negative. You know, the whole like adult wearing a schoolgirl get up is kind of strange. We'll go like right there, but yeah, it's not terrible, right? It's bearable. And then stage 3, which is the extreme opposite, that is going right there. D-. Yikes. Very bad. Not about it. Okay, we got the midget fairy lady. It's not a rare opinion not liking those designs. Now, there's a lot of people that do, right? I accept that. There's a lot of people that like those designs. But it's actually pretty common that people don't like those exaggerated proportions and stuff. Okay. So, what do we say about this? I mean, I don't hate it. If you're gonna do like the poofy pants thing, being like a tiny fairy midget makes it better. I'll say that. It's still bad though, like doing this like egg pant thing. It's not great. The coat's good. I can dig the coat, and honestly the hat's not too bad. At least she's wearing clothes. It's not actually a kid, but you know, they're certainly invoking that kind of design. Surprise, surprise. The ride's all right. You know, the whole like sewing machine thing. Getting closer to 5 years. Yeah, we old, boy, we old. But it's okay, you know, it's a decent use of like creamy pink color. It's all right. I do like the hood and whatnot. I do like the ride. It's not egregious, but I mean, I don't hype the kids. Now, again, she's not technically a kid, but let's not go there. It's not F tier because she is wearing clothes. The ride is good. You know, you can tell even without context that this is some kind of like fairy tale thing with like the sewing machine kind of ride and all that. Which is fine. I mean, it's decent, right? I can find this to be at least acceptable. Not anything I would hype though. This is not, you know, gonna be S tier by any means. But I'd give it on the positive side of C+, opposed to like the pure neutral. I would maybe like right there-ish. No, not quite that high. Not quite that high. Maybe like right there. Okay, that's better. Yeah. This has the cool jacket and whatnot. So yeah, it's about right there. It's acceptable. For the kid-styled character, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Okay, Mr. Mischievous. I do enjoy the like snake eye look, and that's part of the overall aesthetic. You know, the character's hair and eyes and that kind of thing. You know, the cut of their jib, if you will. That is part of it. Wait a minute, that's out of order. How did that happen? Back it up. How did I swear we've been really good about that. So it's supposed to be that, and then Liz. Wait, Liz was before. What? That's strange. Okay, it goes that, and let's see. This is around 5.5. So yeah, that's right here. Okay, so that's about the right order. I don't know how that happened. Probably just a random mistake. No worries. Okay, so where is Ryder Canis? So I like Canis as a character. I don't know about the drip. So this is just literally the most basic bikini, right? Whatever. I'm not really big on the bikinis. It's not terrible. At least it's normal. I'll give it that. At least it's normal. They're not doing it's not a space bikini or anything like that. But that's definitely not gonna win. Okay, now we're doing like the punk rocker look. Better. Not exactly 10 out of 10 though. The harpoons are kind of cool, I guess. The hair's fine. This would be better if she was wearing the like sunglass visor thing. I think that would be better. But yeah, it's like punk rocker look, right? It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I like the white black. The hair's fine. And then this is like my Sonic the Hedgehog OC, right? That's what this is. This is like if someone's trying to design a human character for a fan fiction for Sonic, right? Don't lie to me. That's what this is. All right? Do not steal. I mean, the hair's kind of cool, I guess. You got like the headset and all that, but I mean, again, this looks like what was that game? What was that game? Fuck. It's an oldie. It's on Dreamcast. It's like Space Channel 7 or something like that. It's kind of like that, but way more fan servicey, right? It feels like that kind of like space, you know, vibe kind of shit going on. She's like a space DJ, and then we're going really hard on the fan service, right? That's kind of what I'm getting out of this, right? I mean, the body tattoos are kind of cool, but kind of out of place now, right? It made more sense with regular Canis. When we're doing this whole, like, you know, space DJ kind of look thing, it's kind of weird. It's a little random. Okay, decent boots, but it's kind of at odds with, like, the whole bikini look. I don't know. I think it would look better if it was Meteor. Look, I swear to God, Chad, I'm not hating on human skin. It's just, like, you got, like, some heft here with the boots and the headset and the hair, and then you're going, like, full skimpy mode. It just doesn't... It's eh. It's not the worst. I've seen, you know, I've seen way worse with some of these summer designs. But I'd probably give it to stage 2 just because the white black is probably better. I think it works with the tattoos with the whole punk look. That's probably the best. It's not amazing though. I mean, it's fine, right? It's not like terrible, but we'll go with stage 2 here. I would say, I mean, it's certainly not as good as the, like, you know, fantasy over the top, you know, warrior they got with like Leonidas and regular Canis. So I don't think it's up that high. I mean, you know, the punk look is okay. I mean, she kind of carries it with just like the cool hair and all that. So wait, does she have a... I guess she does have a mount. Sea Serpent, that's right. Hold on. That might help. That might help. That is so Sonic, dude. Honestly, the colors are pretty good when you see it like that. With the ride. Like, I like that better. I do. That is not bad. Yeah, Sea Serpent actually pretty baller. If you're gonna do like a mecha Sea Serpent kind of design, that's not bad at all. Now the CGI is shit like normal, but we're talking about the design, not so much the yeah, damn, he looking pretty fresh there. Like, fuck, that's really good actually. I knew I didn't hate it, but yeah, that's really good actually. Like, that's a really good design. And it just looks mean, right? Yeah, it helps. I would say that helps. It also justifies the bikini more, I suppose, right? If you're gonna do the whole... that's like an obvious context. You don't need to know what the character's about to kind of get that she's water-related now. Which, that definitely helps. Yeah, that does boost it up a good bit, actually. It just makes sense of this chaos, right? Because this is pretty chaotic. I do think she pulls off the asymmetrical stuff, though, because it is going for kind of a punk vibe, and that's all right. But yeah, okay. Yeah, the Sea Serpent's actually baller as fuck. I think that can carry it a good bit. I think that's at least gonna get into B+ then. Yeah, it's Cyber Dragon. Yeah, that's a good combo. I will give that... Yeah, I think that's gonna land pretty high in B+. I'd say about right there. That really does help. Because it balances things out, because it's not like Canis had nothing going for her. She did have the cool hair and the good colors and stuff. And then, you know, some of the meh stuff is really balanced out by having this, like, god tier mecha Sea Serpent. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, really solid B+. That's wild how much I like that Sea Serpent. That's really good. Okay, what's up next here? Glad someone mentioned that. Almost forgot. Alright, we got Liz. At least she's wearing clothes this time. Why is Liz so about this, like, spike thing? It's just weird, man. Okay, this dress is awful. Holy crap, this dress is awful. Right, you're doing the Carmella Cage thing. Don't think I don't see that. Right, you're just hiding it. This looks ridiculous. This looks like a stage show. Right, it looks like the curtains to a stage show. Right? Okay, Liz, your legs aren't that good, by the way. Get some humility here, right? That's just stupid. And what is this? What is this? What are you doing? Yeah, I hate this. This looks so bad. This looks like the entire, you know, curtain to a performance. That looks so ridiculous. The spike is dumb. The ribbons are dumb. The gloves are dumb. The pink blue is dumb. Anything nice to say about this? I mean, the blue on its own is fine, I guess. But I hate this dress. Like, this is so bad. I am so not a fan of this. If you wore a normal dress, you got rid of the ribbons here, and whatnot, then it would be okay, right? It would be all right. The horns kind of are all right, I guess, but I don't really like dresses on a good day, and this is not a good day for a dress, okay? I mean, this is way too much. First off, regardless of it looking like a whole goddamn curtain, it's super puffy anyway, and I hate puffy dresses and whatnot, and this is like the puffiest thing we've ever seen. So, big no, just and I don't like baby blue with pink, all right? That's not happening. If you lost the spike on the shoe, that would certainly help, but I mean, it's not as bad as these. I'll say that. It's not as bad as these. I would give it, though, a pretty damn low C. Probably even under Bride, to be honest. I'd put it, like, right there. Not good. I actually thought I would like that more than that, but no, I did not care for that. Why is Drake Alter on Rider 2? That's a good question. Did we ever rate Drake Alter? I don't think we did. We should. She should have been in here. Yeah, what the fuck? I should have already rated that chronologically. Okay, hold on. I gotta find... I normally get, like, the NPCs up in a side file, so I have, like, a lot of good pictures of them from different angles and stuff. But, I'm not really ready today. I do have the writer guy, but, I can just get the wiki for that, really. What was her name again? I forgot. It's, like, Trot or something? D-Hot or something? Yeah, okay. That's, okay, they got some okay pictures here. So, evil pirate lady, very much so. Yeah, I was supposed to rate that a while ago. I mean, the colors are good. The hat's really good. The eye patch is good. The kind of creepy eyes work with everything else being kind of evil looking. Coat's good. Here's the problem, all right? There's nothing really wrong with any individual piece of this, but, like, in context, it's a little weird, right? So what I mean is, so like if we look at like hips up, right? It's a lot like Francis Drake Stage 3, right? This is like an Admiral Pirate kind of look, right? Which is fine, right? Getting a little fantasy, weird, spacey with whatever the fuck is going on in here. But you know, the coat, the heavy drip, the fancy hat, that makes sense. But then like the bottom half is like going really slender and all that. It's not embracing the drip, right? So it's kind of like pick a lane. Either go with like the slender, I don't know, leotard kind of look, or go with the heavy, you know, heavy duty Admiral Pirate look. I don't think the two go together super well. I like the cane, I like the gun, I like the hat. I mean, no individual, like I said, piece of this is bad. It's just, in totality, I think it's like really heavy up top and really weak down below. And that doesn't really work very well. Also, the tips of these shoes look kind of stupid. I'm gonna be honest, they should have just gone with the straight boots. I don't know why they did that. That's a little weird. Great hat, though. I mean, really, the hat and, you know, a good old eye patch is always nice. Who doesn't like an eye patch on a pirate? And you can very much tell this is a pirate. I mean, really. Yeah, I like the colors. I think the red works. It's like glowy bits there. You know, the cuffs work. It really is just the top and the bottom are at odds with each other. That's like the only thing that doesn't really work for me. But it's still good. But it's still solid. I really do like the colors. I think the colors are good. And I just like pirate designs in general. It's just a little weird, like whatever the fuck this patchy stuff is. I don't know what the hell is going on with that. And And like this little front, like almost Pope drip thing is kind of weird too. But I mean, it's good. I do think it's good. I think the colors do carry it a long way. And like I said, the hat's great. The hat is enough of a positive that it can weather some of the negatives in there. I will give that... It still does not beat regular Francis Drake. I think Francis Drake's design is just really clean pirate lady look, right? I think they did way better on that one. So I don't think it quite makes it up there. But it's not way off. I'll give it like right somewhere in here. I don't know if it beats the cool mask bros. I think about right there. I think that's fair. I don't think it's quite enough to get into like the Pope drip and all that. But it's good. I mean, a very solid B+. It's not bad at all. You know, overall, it's, you know, there's way more things below her than above. So it's still a good performance. Okay, was he actually next? No, I'm not sure that's right. He's the Vicha then. Okay, they're together. So yeah, that's the order of the ID. So we'll go with that. Okay. They got like this sneaky boy look. The main thing I don't like about his design is I just don't like a lot of the traditional Chinese garb looks. And then he's got these ridiculous pants. I cannot be alone in this. What are these pants? Like, what the fuck? I like the sus look, actually. I like the mischievous face. The hair goes along with that fine. He kind of has a mount. He's got like a pet, I guess. You know, for a Chinese look, I don't mind the simple garb, right? That's not bad. I don't mind that. But these pants suck. I do not care for these pants at all. Definitely holding it back. This makes it harder to notice the pants, but they're still there. And now they're getting a lot more fancy, and I don't like that as much. And now we're just going full-on Emperor look. But I actually kind of like it. Right? This is kind of goes full circle. I don't mind this. This is like an Emperor that's sussy as hell. I don't like the hair thing, the hair knot. I don't like that. I don't like the red and teal kind of thing. Don't really dig that. That's the main thing. Either go with the red and the black and the white, or go with the teal. Or seaweed. It's not exactly teal, but like the two just don't work. And if you're gonna do like the red and black, maybe have less white, right? The colors that are here are good. I just don't think they're working with each other very well. Also, he still has the pants. God, he just loves those pants. You can barely see them though, so it's harder to tell. But yeah, the pants are still bad. The hair getting a little much there, and I don't like the knot. And again, the colors are kind of weak. I do like the fur. I like the sneaky boy look. He just looks like a really mischievous Emperor, essentially, which is all right. I don't mind it. And then he's got a good boy with him. I don't know if it's in any of the art. Let me see if I can find the sprite. I like the cut of his jib. I just don't like his fashion that much, right? Look at that face, though. It's hard to hate on that. It's really hard to hate on that. That's a good boy right there. Oh, yeah, and then this guy, too. Honestly, that's not bad for, like, a crazy, you know, design, like some of the Chinese, like, mythical creatures and stuff. That's not too bad. That's kind of cool looking. Kind of dragon face, deer, demon legs or something. It's all right. Yeah, it's a Pokemon. But yeah, I like his style of like just like the way, you know, his face and all that, the kind of mischievous look. But the drip overall is fairly weak. It is definitely not my cup of tea. What a guy. Where will we rate this? I guess we'll rate stage 3. Which should be down here somewhere. There it is. We will give him a... maybe... I'm thinking like high C+. Maybe, right there. I think that's fair. It's decent. Solid. I wish I liked his drip more. I really do, but it is not my favorite. Okay. Did not pronounce their name at all. Gotta rate their ride as well, obviously. And their mount is one of the most prominent mounts. They're on screen all of the time. Now, I love axes, but I like maces too. And stage 1 is probably my favorite. I wish it had the axe, because axes are cool, but maces are still good. And this is a, you know, it's a pretty good look. I don't know about the ribbon. That's kind of out of place with everything else. But, you know, it's winter ready for the most part. Got pretty cool boots, right? The blue, white, gray is pretty cool. The dragon looks awesome. I mean, hell yeah, that's a really cool looking dragon. It's like snow dragon, essentially. He's kind of mischievous. I mean, seriously, you can tell this guy likes his job. This dragon ready to cook somebody. He enjoys what he's about. But I like the colors. The mace is really awesome. I wish she was older. She's kind of like a teenager look, right? So like a teenager with like a giant mace on a dragon is a little silly. But, you know, it's good drip. It's good drip, good colors. Boots are cool, gloves are cool, weapons cool, hats cool. The other stages are kind of weaker. This just look like, I like the axe, right? But it looks too big for her, which is that's not good. I don't like the like petite anime girl with the giant axe. That's just stupid. The colors are still fine. It's kind of just booba though. I mean, nah, no cool gloves anymore. Still got the boots, I guess, but yeah, you lost the gloves, which is a big setback. You don't have the cool hat anymore. The axe is nice on its own, though. I do like the axe. The dragon obviously still looks really cool. And then stage 3, I don't even remember. What the fuck even happened here? I mean, stage 3 is better. It looks more put together, I would say. I don't know about this thing, though. And now the boots are getting a little too fancy. Okay, now, I don't know. Maybe I think we jumped the shark on that one. Yeah, actually, I don't really like the boots so much anymore. The blue, gray, white, that's getting kind of silly. The axe is cool. Like the flaming ice axe is kind of a cool thing. But nope, stage 1 by a mile. And then stage 2 and 3 are actually about the same. I kind of take it back about it being better. But yeah, stage 1's the best. It's not even close. I just wish it had the axe. But the mace is more normal sized, honestly, for her. So it's probably more reasonable. Look, there's nothing wrong with thighs, but I think you get thighs in all 3 ascensions. Okay, chat. So calm yourselves. That doesn't make like the overall aesthetic better, right? It's still like kind of weird with the ribbon. They're getting way too fancy with the boots now. I mean, it's just the ice axe is cool though. I do like the ice axe, but okay. Do we have a better picture here for like the dragon? The dragon does not really change no matter what. I mean, honestly, in context, it's just comfy snow stuff, some cool gauntlets and boots with a cool mace, right? It's good. I like it. The ribbon is a little out of place and whatnot, but I like the dragon a lot. I think he's pretty awesome. I forgot that the dragon got his own like sprite and stuff. Oh yeah, and then there's the King Ghidorah, which is pretty awesome too, honestly. You know, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Yeah, not bad, not bad. All the dragon designs are quite good here. Very strong. I mean, I think she'll have a good performance because just like with Canis's cool sea serpent, she's got the cool dragon, and her drip is fine. I don't know about this like Chinese dress thing going on here though. Cool hammer though, but that didn't get to be a costume anyway. Yep, that's some King Ghidorah stuff. Like, very much so, dude. Alright. I think it'll rate pretty well. Let's say stage 1. I would say B+. I think that's pretty fair. So, this is tough. It is around the Canis area. Let's see. The Sea Serpent is so unique. And especially with that shot of him without the bad CGI, I actually think... I like the dragon, don't get me wrong. I like the dragon, but I like the Sea Serpent more. But I think I like the mace and stuff more. However, I like how Canis is a fucking adult more. Like, the kid with the mace kind of look is a little silly. I think I'll give it to Canis just because... just the overall vibe of, like, with the Sea Serpent and all that, I do think I like a little bit better. But it's very close, and the mace is really cool. But, yeah, if she was an adult, that would help. But what are you gonna do? All right, who is next? All right, we're at 6.5 here, so I think it's time to rate. We'll rate the class writer. I haven't done some NPCs in a while. I actually got all these pictures in advance, but I'll just use the wiki here. I think we all know the blue one is the best for this one. Like, we've had a few times where green and red won, but the red tainted armor just looks weird. The green tainted armor is better than the red, but the blue is just the most cohesive, right? So this is kind of like your kind of, I don't know, kind of reminds me of the Man-at-Arms from what do you call it, Darkest Dungeon or whatever, right? It's that kind of look, you know, the kind of fancy sleeves shtick. But, you know, I like the armor. I certainly like the armor. Obviously, we gotta rate the ride. Very, very classical chariot, right? Very clean. I like that. I think better than Boudica's chariot, to be honest. Get a little bit of little fancy drip with like the. I like how they're not unicorns, but the armor is like invoking a unicorn. I think that's actually pretty cool. He's got like the whole skirted armor thing though, like Artoria and all that, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's not terrible. I don't hate it. I just don't love it. I like the helmet here. It's not as good as the Lancer or the Saber, but I do like it. I do like the helmet, and it works with the chest and the fancy sleeves and all that. That kind of like, you know, Man-at-Arms kind of look, like from Darkest Dungeon, is not my favorite, but I still like it. I like more like straight armor, I think, more than that, but it gets a pass, and I like the neck guard and all that. It's a good chariot. I mean, this is an armored rider. I like that. You know, it's an armored rider. I can dig it. Yeah, it really is, you know, harkening back to that classical look there. The flag is a little dorky, I gotta say. I'm not super crazy about the flag. That's maybe the one thing that holds it back. But it's good. I like this design. I don't think it's one of the strongest of the class card servants, though. It's certainly not up here with the big boys. I don't even think it quite beats the Archer. I think it's very close to the Archer, though. I think it does beat the Berserker, because like the Berserker's got the no boots thing. I'm not really a fan of that. I'd probably put it, yeah, right there, like right under the Archer one. It holds its own, but not quite on that level. But yeah, it's good. It is very solid. I think it does. I think Drake Alter here would win if she didn't have that clash of identity, right? If she was more cohesive, she might even make it to A tier if she was more cohesive like that. But yeah, that kind of clash of it. There's no real clash with this, right? So it's very close though. These ones all right here are pretty close. All right, now we go to our boy Constantine. Now this is a good suit. It's not. I'm gonna just say it now though. It's not as good as Izo's. It's actually not even close. Now it's good, right? This is a perfectly good look. Now I gotta be unbiased, chat. I love Constantine as a character. I like his voice actor and all that. But if I saw this design without context, I would say his hair is lame. All right. I know that's my true feelings about this haircut. Not great. It is a good suit though. It's not as good as Izo's. It is not even close to as good as Izo's. But it is good. I like the red gloves. I think I would have liked it more if it had like the black inner shirt, jacket, and then a red tie with the red gloves. I think that would look better. But it's a good suit. I mean, who doesn't like suits? I don't think the earrings are too much. It's maybe pushing it, but it's fine. The sword is fine. It really is just kind of a weak haircut, and I do really think that the jacket would look better black. The inner jacket, inner shirt as black, and then the tie being red, I think would look much better. But it's good. It's certainly good. And then we got our stage 2 here. This one I'm not crazy about. It really does fit in with that original Fate Stay Night vibe, but I don't really like it. That kind of mix of modern and ancient. It just does not float my boat. And I would prefer like more pure red. Again, like with Carmella, I'm not crazy about that like mixed red with like kind of going into the pink a little bit. It just doesn't really work for me. Either go pink or go red. It's fine. Again, I don't like the haircut though, but that's the weakest stage for me. I'm not nutty about it. And then I like this one quite a bit. I actually like this hair way better. I think this hair is so much better than the other one. The other hair is kind of dorky. Now we're just kind of going with the Emperor look. I dig it. It's very fancy, so it's pushing a little bit. But it's fine. I actually really like this. I think the kind of white Emperor look works. You're really pushing it with these jewels, but I think he can pull it off. It's fine. And you got some Roman vibes in here with the armor here and all that. I like it. I like this a lot. I think the boots are maybe a little weak, right? They're just so white, right? Everything is just so fucking white. They could have maybe incorporated maybe a little bit more into that. I think the boots are maybe the one part that are a little weak, but overall it works because they're committing with the gloves and everything still being really white. Yeah, the floating crown is fine. It gives them like that holy emperor kind of look. The jewels are just enough drip. They're not going too overboard. I think this would look better as red again, though. This would be godly if this was just like deep red. I think this would be fan-fucking-tastic. That is the only negative I got about this, is the color on that is not my favorite. Yeah, it does look a little ceremonial with the jeweled sword and all that, but you do get like pure emperor vibes from like the floating halo and whatnot. So it's kind of an emperor that really enjoys his drip, right? But yeah, I like it. I like it. I overall like this the most. I think the hair is just way better, and again, the white and stuff, it works for me. So where is that one? We'll rate that one. I think that's the best. Oh, wait a minute. Chat, I think it's only fair. I don't know if this will affect the... I don't think this will affect their rating much, because it's not as extreme as like the horses and stuff. Oh, he's got his own horse too, actually. Now this obviously matches the third stage the most. It clashes with the other ones, but we're talking about stage 3. This is great, right? This is like the hero's horse, right? Which is really good. But yeah, I was actually coming down here to look for the boys, which apparently they don't have pictures of, which we actually found. There's a lot of different sprites for them. I am so disappointed in the wiki right now that they don't have the lads. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. It's the Chaldia symbol too. That's interesting. That sucks that we don't have the boys. What are they doing here? But yeah, I mean, that's like the heroic leader. You know, that's what they're going for. It's pretty cool. Where he at? There he is. But the boys look really good. They're a little colorful, but I really like a lot of their designs. I think this might make it into A. A pretty exclusive club, getting to high B+ or above. He's got the better ride than Boudica. This music is fairly fitting. Herc can share. It is very much Herc's theme, though, but, actually, I'm not even kidding. It really is Herc's theme. A lot of people don't realize that, though, but, yeah, right there. Very solid A. I really like that design. It's good. It is awesome. Big fan. Alright. Who is next? We're almost done. Wow. I feel like, are we missing some writers, chat? Is it just these two? I know we haven't rated them yet, but because we haven't found like the sprite, I need to fix that at some point. Rate Stenos, boys. They're hard to find too. They are the classical Greek soldier though, which is fine. I think they got the weak sandals though, and Constantine doesn't, so his are better, but they are fine. They're on the sprite page. Okay, hold on. Those are more like drugged mind slaves though, so it's maybe not as cool, but we're talking about style here. Yep, look at these sandals. They're so bad. I don't know why Chet is defending these things. So shit, dude. You got like the heavy armor here and then sandals. Like everything about this is fine, except the sandals, right? Cool shield, right? You know, classical, you know, armor. It's all fine. These sandals are so crap. They drag this down. Constantine guys are definitely better. It's fine though. I like the helmet a lot. Maybe a little weak on the sword, but you know, red, silver, or gold is fine. I think the differences are pretty minor. Their hair is just like slightly different. No major differences. Yeah, I think she like brain controlled an army or something, Steno things. But yeah, it's fine. Actually pretty solid. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Not bad drip there. Okay. Wolf Lady, which I always forget exists. I don't think I'm alone in that. Yeah, wow, we're almost done with the riders. Okay. Well, we'll definitely rate the wolf. Is the wolf only there on stage 3? If so, I guess we rate stage 3 then, because it's probably positive enough. I kind of like stage 2 the most. I don't know, it's a little chaotic. I mean, for her drip, it's either stage 1 or 3, I know, I'm thinking. I don't know, this is... I don't like the shoes on this one, they're kind of dorky, like cloppers. The dog looks awesome. The dog is way cooler than she is. The red hair is pretty cool, I'll give it that. But the dog looks so awesome. Honestly, the dog looks super, super, super cool. I don't like the like rope ribbon thing. I always think that looks dumb. You know, a lot of traditional Japanese garb I don't like. The red hair is cool though. Terrible shoes, super lame. It's really hard to see all this stuff, all this like chaotic fluffy stuff going on. Don't like the big sleeves. The dog carries a lot, and I mean it's a big part of the overall aesthetic though, so hold on. Yeah, no, she's such a filler character. Really unfortunate. Yeah, damn, dude, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a better look at some of this. I mean, I like the red white, and like her hair's pretty cool. I don't really like this thing. I don't know what is going on with that. That's really weird. I don't like this rope tie thing. Yep, the sandals not great. But the whole like wolf rider lady, fire hair, shadow doggy look like he's super mean, right? It's good. It is heavily carried by the dog. But the dog is really good. It's at least C+. Like, she's holding it back, but I think her red hair is enough to not make it a catastrophe. The thing is, the dog is probably the best ride out of the lot, but it's not blowing the bull and the mech out of the water. And then I like Europa's overall look better more than hers, but the fire hair is cool. I think I'll give it to Europa for now. But the dog is the whole reason she's making it to B tier. You got rid of the dog, she'd go down, like, down here. She'd probably be around here. Now, probably like right here. I think she'd be just ahead of her if she didn't have the dog. All right. Another rider I think everyone forgot about. The colors are kind of weak in stage 1. Kind of looking like he's wearing an apron or something. And the sandals, nope, get out of here with that. I really don't like the colors on this. I really, really do not. Kind of better, but now you need to get rid of like the aqua, you know, seaweed or whatever. That clashes so hard with the red. I do not, and gee, I hate this pattern. This blue into the red and then the white, I hate it. I fucking hate it. And then it's right next to the sandals, so just get out of here with that. Really don't like that. Cool hair, cool bird, decent gloves or gauntlets or whatever. decent spear. But all this like red on, I hate this, dude. And FGO does this a lot. I hate it. Such a bad color combo. I don't like the hair nearly as much. The colors are overall better, but he still has this, whatever this is. This sucks. And this is even more at odds with all the extra yellow up here. I gotta say it, man. It's close to greatness, but it's just flopping. This design is just completely flopping for me. I wish I liked it more. Like, the voice actor's pretty cool, and you know, but man, I don't like this. The sandals suck. The colors suck. And all it's really got going for it is the spear. And like, I like this part right here, like the cape with the bronze chest. Like, that alone is good. But then you add in all this like extra color on the back here and whatever the fuck is happening with the skirt and then the sandals. It's very weak. Not digging it. Oh yeah, he does have his kids, right? And bring the whole family. Do they have that on here? Yeah, he's got a ride, obviously. Honestly, that kid looks so much better than him. That's not... I think that's his son, right? That's not even... That is so much better. Look, first off, we're not getting really chaotic with the colors. We don't have like this red trim with the like seaweed color or whatever, right? But it's not just green bias. This just looks better. He doesn't have fucking sandals, right? Like, you cannot tell me this looks good. This red thing, this red trim with this color, he doesn't have that, right? He's got white trim, which is green. It looks so much better. Like, chat, this is so much better, right? Like, this is light years better. This looks like a capable, generic adventurer, right? That's kind of what they're going with here. And it's way better. And it is a nice shade of green. Shade is a good color. Yeah, I like that. If I was rating him, he would rate higher. We'll factor in all the lads, though. We'll go with the overall design. I think that's kind of fair. This one's really hard to see. It's fine, though. I mean, the yellow purple is not maybe my favorite, but it's better than whatever the fuck this is. Minecraft sword. It's pretty good. I mean, this one is a little bit more boring, I guess. But, you know, it's all right. It's not egregious. Okay, I don't like this one. Oh my god, this one's way too fancy. And he's getting awfully close to having sandals there. I don't like this at all. This is probably the worst out of all of them. Not a fan. So not a fan. This looks terrible. I hate this like poofy pants and then like really tight like that. I hate that. I don't like the bandage look. That's a terrible, that's such a bad combo. The green with yellow doesn't look good, and like the orange. I hate this. I actually hate this one. This one sucks. That one's grounded. Any other ones? Yeah, there's one other one. Kind of hard to see there. That bull is almost amazing, but it's a little over the top, but the jewels look really cool. Really good shade of green right there. Is there a picture of that? Okay, there's that one. Nope. I don't like this either. Again, we got that color combo, which looks awful with gray. This looks like shit. These pants with like them being like tied like that. I hate this. I hate this. I don't like the red with the blue, you know, green. Yikes. This color combo. This just looks terrible. I hate this gray with the red and the blue or whatever. And this little like tie here. Ugh. I hate this. This one is really, really bad. Yeah, so the best one is obviously that one. The green lad. I mean, dude, are you kidding me? This is not just green bias. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, there's a lot of clownery going on here. This is the only one that doesn't look like a clown. Yeah, overall, pretty bad. Pretty bad showing for the family here. This coloring down here is really bad. The sandals are lame. Yeah, it's not good. The bull's pretty good. I'll give the bull that. I do like the bull. The ox. It's not my favorite bull design we've seen. It's not as good as Europa's, but I mean, this is good, right? Like, so overall, for rating the gang, that's about him and the bull, right? If it was those two together, it'd be a lot better. The main guy's drip is so bad. I really don't care for it. He's dragging the rest of them down. Well, actually, 2 of them are also really shit. Like, there's just a lot more shit than good there, right? Like, 3 of them are awful, and then, like, 1 is meh, and then 1 is good, and then the bull's pretty good. But their overall performance, I think, is very weak. I'd say about right there. I don't know, maybe that. I don't know. She's got the weird shoes, but at least it's color coordinated. Oh, she got that dorky spear. And he does have the bull, so I'll give that to him. But yeah, not great. Wow, I think we're done with writers then. How about that? We've done quite a bit. I think we could work in a bit of an extra class, chat. Who should we do? Maybe not one of the super... I think we said Shielder was what we were gonna do. That's not a lot. We might, if we have even more time, we might do Beast as well. Fuck, I think I have pictures of Galahad saved already. I'll have to check. I'm thinking we're gonna do Shielder, and if then we have time, we'll do Beast as well. And that's not like too much. And then we might do like an extra classic alter ego next time. But we got casters and stuff. All right, we'll do the generic mash. I think what we'll do is we'll do generic mash, then we'll do Galahad, and then we'll do VR mash. That seems about right. Okay, what do we got? Oh yeah, she's got a million costumes. Jesus Christ. So, where's the sprites? So, with stage 1, again, I'm not hating on human skin. It looks so random, like the fan service, right? It just doesn't look complete. It looks like the armor's not done or something, right? Also, and this goes for all of the stages, the shield is dorky. It's way too big. If it was like 20% smaller, it would be better. This looks dorky. Stage 3 is the best. It looks the most complete. The sword's kind of cool. So I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh my god, how dare they have high heels in a fucking fantasy game, right? Like, it's fantasy. It doesn't have to be realistic. It's fine. But her heels look kind of dumb. All right, I said it. They're just too much. It's not about practicality or anything. It just looks kind of strange. They're like way more extreme than almost any of them, right? It's like really, really tall. And when they're really, really tall like that, I think it looks kind of silly. The purple black, stuff going on with the overall design though is fine. The shield's too big. The sword's too skinny. But the purple black is nice. I can give it that. The purple black is nice. The hair color, I'm not big on it, and it really clashes with the rest of it. The armor's all right. The armor is all right. It's kind of typical fantasy design with just like purple black stuff. And the gloves are kind of cool like that. I don't mind that. It really is just these heels are too much, right? Again, I don't hate heels being in fantasy designs. That's fine. But these are really wacky. Like, they're really just like, really, really extreme. And the shield is really dorky. The shield is just too much. If the shield was a bit smaller, and we need like just a little bit more, like, I don't know, maybe like shoulder armor might help or something, balance the set out. But it's fine. I mean, I like the colors. I don't hate it. I don't love it either. These are not gonna fare very well. I don't think we really need to rate these. Just summer stuff with a giant shield. If I saw this design with no context, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd just be like, literally, what the fuck? Why do you have a giant fucking shield? And these shoes look stupid. By the way, the reason her shoes, I'm so sure I know how sprite work works. They didn't give her these shoes because they thought they fit. They gave her these shoes because her other heels are so huge. It's the only way to make the sprite like line up properly. And it looks fucking weird. That's the whole reason those exist. And you can tell, right? Like, everything else in the design does not match those clod hoppers, right? Like, are you fucking kidding me with that? And all of her shoes are always like that. So, comfy hat, I guess. But I don't like the colors here. I hate the burgundy mixed in. I absolutely hate that. Shoes look kind of dumb. It's not great. We'll get into VR Mash in a minute. Well, I would say stage 3 is the winner here. I do like the colors. I do like the colors. I don't hate anything about it. It's not my style, and the shield's a little meh. The shoes are kind of meh. The sword's kind of meh. Probably gonna be in the C+-ish area. I would say, about right there. It's fine. It's okay. All right, let me see if I think I've already got Galahad ready to go. Let me check here. How much did I think I had? I swear, yeah, okay, I've got, oh shit, I only have one picture of Galahad. I think I half-assed it. Well, it's not a great picture either. This might be a bit of a problem. There's definitely better pictures of Galahad out there. If Ace wants to bail me out here and find better pictures, by all means. This is not the best quality picture. But we're here to rate the design, not the quality of the picture so much. I like this better because it's more put together. Right? Like, Mash's stuff just looks a little weak. Like I said, like how it didn't have the shoulders and stuff. It just didn't match. I was heavier at the bottom. This absolutely looks better. You know, it's hard to see because this picture quality is so bad. But it's more sturdy gloves, right? It's the like drip here, I think balances out having the skirted armor like that Mash and Galahad have. But having this up here balances out way better. And then this is just like, I like the gloves being more full, right? They're more complete. And I think his boots are so much better than Mash's heels. Again, they're just more complete looking. Hers are kind of like stilty, right? It's just kind of weak. You know, this is just more filled out armor, which I like better. The sword is a little bit better, not a lot better though. I don't know about these boot flaps though. That's a little dorky. It's maybe the one thing that I'm not crazy about, but I like this design way better, honestly. It's a more complete set of armor, where Mash looks like she's just missing bits. And then, again, her shoes just look kind of silly to me, where his just look completely normal, which I prefer. And the sword is better. Now, he technically has the giant dorky shield too, right? That it's not in this picture, but he does have it, and it still looks dumb. I like the white hair better, but I don't like the haircut as much, right? This haircut is actually kind of dumb. I actually don't like the haircut at all, but I think the white hair looks a lot better with the purple black armor than like her like pink cream look or whatever. Give Galahad Mash's outfit. I mean, it wouldn't help. That's the funny enough, you could probably give her this outfit and it'd probably work a little better, but meh, right? Like neither of these are blowing me out of the water. This is not Agravain, all right? Agravain's got like the Black Knight look way better, right? Way better. And again, I'm not really crazy about whatever this is. And yeah, the hair is weak. The hair is weak, but the actual armored bits look better, I would say. I think this armor does look cooler. Almost in every front, I would say it looks cooler. You know, some people like the fan service stuff, and that's fine. I'm not hating on it. It's not even about the fan service. It's more about like the just armor itself that isn't like balanced out very well, I think, with Mash's design. Like, how do I put this? Like with Mash, you know, again, it's not like the thigh gap or anything. It's more like it just looks kind of weird having such light armor up here when you've got like this really like long and all this like extra armor down here and all that. It's just kind of weird. But yeah, I do have to give it to Galahad, I think. The hair is a negative, I will say. I mean, the white color is fine, but the hair is pretty lame. I think he wins by a bit, but definitely not like a massive landslide. I think it's just a bit better. Yeah, right there. That's the difference. Is Santa Artoria Altar. I think Galahad Altar is probably a bit better. But he is not in the game in any capacity yet, so it doesn't really count. Okay, now VR Mash. Oh boy, so this does not help. This is really weird down here. This like whatever the fuck this is. Stilt robot thing. That's really weird. The shield's still pretty weird. Balancing out the top better, right? But I get this like kind of really rounded space armor. I don't really like that. Almost like insect legs. It's really weird. Giving up a lot on the purple black. Like, it's just black and brown down here, but then you still have a little bit of the purple up here, which is kind of weird. The VR headset, I don't really like it. I can enjoy me a Tech Knight. This ain't it, right? I can enjoy a Tech Knight. This one is not it. The colors are still well enough, though. I'll at least give it that. The colors are at least well enough. Yeah, it's Gamer Match. I'm not crazy about it. And there's a version of it without the VR headset, but that doesn't really help much. I don't know where the fuck any of... She has so many fucking things, dude. But yeah, I would agree. It's mostly just worse, except the shoulders. If she had those shoulders on her other armor set, she might actually beat Galahad. I don't know, though. Her shoes is really what holds it back. They just look so flimsy, and they're just so tall, right? It's just too much. Where the fuck is the sprite section? Her page is just ginormous. Does she not have one? What the fuck? What is wrong with this? Yeah, she doesn't have one for some reason. What the hell? Where's like the craft essence section and stuff? What? I'm actually confused. She's a separate gallery tab at the top. Oh my god. It's because she's, I guess, they got the most stuff. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. I get why they did that. Because shielder and whatnot. That's it, though. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. Oh, there's so much MASH nonsense. There we go. We need, like, the VR... Oh, God, the old sprite. We need the VR one without the... Gee, there's just so much stuff here, dude. That's a thing. Well, I mean, I guess it's better, but dude, the bottom part looks so weird. And like, you can tell it's like really elevated, so it's like she's on stilts. I just feel like her foot is in here, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, that is just dorky as hell. And like this whole like rounded thing, and the shield looking kind of weird. Yeah, the shoulders are better, I would say. But yeah, and like this like rounded stuff here, man, it's not about it. Not about it. Little Blue Riding Hood, yeah. That's probably the worst one. I'd say... Like, I really just ain't digging it. Still got a lot of the negatives of the other ones without a lot of the positives. Yeah... Yeah, it's not doing so hot here. Yeah, high C, I guess, but yeah, it's not good. All right, we'll do Beasts. I think we have time for Beasts. Might have to wrap up after that, though. That's what we planned on doing. Wait, did I just misclick? I normally move all this stuff around, you know, before the stream, but kind of impromptu here. Kind of interesting doing Beasts this early on, although I guess we're not that early anymore. But I could see saving Beasts for last, but it just kind of fits in well here with like how much stuff is left. Okay, obviously all of these are going into F except for stage 3. All right, I don't even need to talk about that. I guess we'll start with Tiamat, which this is not the alter ego version, so we're just talking about the Beast version. I like Tiamat and all. I don't really like this design. It looks kind of dumb, and there's not a lot to it, and the hair is kind of weird, and the horns are too big. I like the pink eyes with the like light blue hair. That's kind of cool, but the rest of this looks kind of silly. I mean, there's not even a lot there, and the horns are just too big. It's not great. It really is not great, and there's a little too much hair. Watch your mouth, Green. Look, man. The Humanity's Mother just kind of got bad drip. I don't think we need to rate those. And this one just adds like bullshit into the hair, which does not help. And then it just makes the legs look weird, like the like net, like space extra stuff, right? Not really a big fan of this. And the whole like not wearing anything but covering up with her arms thing, it's not, and the horns are just too big. The horns are just too big. Yeah, it's kind of like Dark Sakura vibes, and it's not really a compliment. Yeah, I guess it's all they don't have a lot of pictures of her, really. But, I mean, this is probably the best one, but I don't like it. I guess the just kind of cool glowy eyes are kind of cool. But I like Tiamat as a character. I don't like her style very much. I'd probably rate it about right there. Pretty low, pretty low. I mean, her eyes being kind of cool might be enough to be like right there. I think that's fair. I'd say also that probably needs to happen. Yeah, that's about right. The dragon form's not that great either. Now, if we rate her, I don't know if they have it on here. Her like Titan form, that's badass. Do we rate that, chat? That's probably her best. We always said we try to give them their best version, right? I don't know why the wiki doesn't have it. This wiki is just God, dude. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, her Titan form is definitely the best. If I can find a fucking picture of it. Which I am having a hard time finding because of Tiamat's alter ego form. I found a picture of it, but it's tiny. See, I normally would do this before the stream, so we're good and ready. It used to be so easy to find it, but there's just so many other like pictures and versions of Tiamat now. It's actually pretty difficult to get a good picture of it. Send me that on Discord, Gambler. It doesn't work. I don't know why. I think it's like OBS. Certain types of pictures it just blocks. Almost anytime you or Ace have sent me a picture of that kind of URL, it's just completely blocked, and like no matter what, I can't see it. Like every time. But yeah, send it to me on Discord. That might work. Yeah, it works through Discord. Well, that's probably the best quality we're gonna get. Okay, so, you know, for like demon goddess kind of thing, this is pretty cool. The like mask glowies thing is really cool. The big drawback is these legs look so stupid. Like going into stilts like that looks really stupid. Obviously still in massive horns, even bigger with all this extra stuff, but when we're going like full demon mode, it's better. I mean, it's definitely got like a good evil look, right? So this is better. This is probably her best one. I guess if we rated that, the legs are still pretty weird and all that, but if we rated that, I would give that. It's at least there, maybe higher. I'd say it gets a B. I'd say it's about there. Like, it's pretty good. Like, I like that design. The dragon form is way down here, honestly. I don't like the dragon form. It looks so fucking stupid. Not a fan. Okay, Guadia. Now we're getting into a beast here. How is Guadia the only male beast? That is so stupid, dude. Oh, anime. Okay, really out there design, you know, very, I don't know, like kind of JoJo, very extreme stuff here. But it's pretty good. You got like the flaming antlers, but like leaves. It's a little weird, but it's pretty cool. I like the colors. I like the like 02 glowy, you know, chest eye thing. The one thing I really don't like is the blue. The blue head tattoo thing. That is so out of place. That's the one thing that I'm like, why though? But you know, it's big demon guy, massive Giga Chad arms. Kind of weird that's like swirling like that, but you know, he is a demon. I think if the antlers were just slightly smaller, like went out to here, like right here instead of all the way to there, I think I'd like it a little bit more. But it's fine. I mean, I like it. I like the colors. The eye thing is quite cool, I will say. Yeah, it really is just the blue. The blue is the one thing I'm like, but why though? But overall, I do like this design. I mean, I really do. It's very demon-y. It's very otherworldly. You know, the crazy glowy eye in the chest thing really makes it work. I like it. I really do like it. The colors are pretty solid. His King of Humans form, though, is kind of just a naked dude. It's a naked dude missing an arm. Right? It's not that great. You got the glowy gold tattoos, which is kind of cool. But this is not nearly as good as the demon form. Let's be serious here. Like, this is definitely the best one, right? Like, it looks very demonic. It looks like he can punch you through a wall, right? I dig it. Also still got one of the coolest NPs, man. Big fan of it. Yeah, he does kind of look like that dude from One Punch Man. I agree. I know what you're talking about. I like that a hell of a lot more. I'd say it's about right there. Might move around a little bit when I go to refine some of this stuff later, but you know, I like it, but it's not like Lobo awesome, right? We're not quite getting that high. It's certainly not as awesome as this stuff. It's really good. It's really good, but there's some steep competition out there. Obviously, way more below him than above him. Like, really, actually, percent-wise, he's doing very well. So I like the design a lot. All right, Kiara. I don't even remember what the difference is on her beast form. I think it's yellow. Yeah, it's like yellow instead. I'm not a fan. I don't think this is gonna surprise anyone. This just looks stupid. I've always hated Kiara's hair so much. It's like so squiggly and so what the fuck? Yellow, white, pink, and then a little bit of black. Like, what are you doing, right? And then she got these giant horns. She looks like she's gonna fall over. I don't like the stupid thing on her forehead. I have just never liked Kiara's design. Obviously, I don't like her character, but like that aside, there's just all these like little things about her that just make her look really stupid to me that I've never liked. Let me see if I can find a better picture here. Like, I just do not like the cut of her jib. I'm like, these horns are some of the worst horns in the game. Way too much pink, and then it doesn't go with anything else. And this stupid yellow thing back here, I don't like the head aprons. Right, we've been talking about that a lot, and she's not pulling that off. And with the crazy squiggly hair, the dumb thing on her head, and what I'm so not a fan of Kiara's look here. So this one's probably better because it loses some of the yellow, but it's still there, right? Like, why though? Why do you have white, pink, yellow, right? I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't get this hair is so bad. And then like, what is with these sleeves, dude? Like, what are we doing? Like, why is she like doing an apron thing? Like, literally, you're trying to be like some giant demon thing, but you got an apron for some fucking like, what the actual fuck? Not a fan. And I just, her hair is such a negative. Now, there's worse. I'll say that there's definitely worse. See, in some ways this is better because like the apron thing is more put together now, and like the white is better than the pink. But then why does she have like, this is way too much. What is happening? Like, why do you have this much shit coming out? And then now your horns just look like these don't look any better. That's not great. There's just something wrong with all of these. Right? There's just something wrong with every single one of these. It's meh. It's really meh. This doesn't really help. There's just not a lot of positive to say about it. I can't think of anything that I actually like about it. I guess like it could be worse, right? But yeah, I can't think of a lot of positives here. Where is this gonna rate? I mean, it's kind of a shit show, but I don't think it's as much of a shit show as some of this other stuff. Probably like, yeah, that's about right. That really says how bad all these other ones are, but yeah, it could be worse. Certainly could be better. All right, Beast, comma. I don't really remember what the difference on this one is either. I think she's got like ginormous horns, which is probably not going to help her out much. Be a red. Okay, definitely not this one. The yellow flame is kind of cool. I don't mind that, but like this, holy shit, no. Just that looks so top heavy and weird. You know, kind of cool gloves and stuff. You know, like fire element kind of thing going on. Not terrible. But yeah, that whole head thing, just no. And then now we're trading it for some like crazy Halo thing. I don't like the purple as much, like no way, but this like Halo thing is so much better. But let's be honest. This is basically a floating space lady wearing a bikini and then her arms and hands are on fire. Or her legs and arms are on fire, which is cool. The legs and arms are on fire are kind of cool, right? And the kind of inner space hair is all right. I never noticed this like shoulder drip. I guess it's kind of okay, but it's kind of at the odds with the rest of it just being like a bikini, right? So, I mean, it's, you know, it's evil space lady. You kind of get that with the face and the eyes, but then you got like the holy halo and all that. It's kind of an interesting mix, and the colors are good. It's certainly better than Kiara. It's a lot smoother than Kiara, right? Kiara is just very like chaotic, colors clashing, ugly as fuck hair and all that nonsense. This is a lot cleaner than that, so it's certainly better. But you know, I'm not really hyping the space bikini look. That's just, you know, it's not the end of the world, but it's not gonna be winning any I'm at the top of the tier list for me by any means. But the glowy hands and all that's decently cool. The halo and all that, I mean, it's about the same. I think the halo maybe is a little bit cooler than the regular one, but I'd say they're about the same. They're pretty similar. But it's basically the halo and I think the shoulder thing. No, she's got the shoulder thing too, I think. But yeah, it's about the same. All right, let's see here. Oh god. Oh my god, this is awful. Is she on here? Did we list this? Yep. Wow, this is so bad. This is a Chimera experiment gone completely wrong. Like, it's a definition of a mess, I would agree. This sucks. I mean, like, you're covering your eyes and all that in shame, I guess, which I probably would too. You got 80 different antlers, which just looks dumb. This looks so weird, and all these like hands and paws and stuff hanging off, and none of them even look cool. And then randomly there's a human foot in there for some fucking reason. This looks really bad. I think it's kind of supposed to, but yeah, it looks bad. This kind of glowy thing looks kind of cool, and I guess the tail's kind of cool, but I don't really like anything about this. Like this many animal parts, all these different types, and like weird things hanging off and stuff. Nope, doesn't look good. And then her face looks dumb. I don't like the lipstick. Too many antlers. Like face being covered and only the shoulders. Right? It's just weird, man. And it's like you got like a chest into a chest into a chest. It's like, nope, that's very, very dorky looking. Yeah, I don't need booba into booba into booba. Thanks. I didn't need that. Bad, but not like this bad. Although it's not far off. Yep. Nope, right there. It's close. It's all pretty bad. Yeah, it's one of the weaker designs in FGO, I'd say. Really do not care for it. Now that is way better. That design, Ace. Let me put that up on the stream here. This is killer, right? This is like Demon Shadow Fox, right? This is really, really, really good. You know, it's sleek, it's mean, it's fiery, it's demonic. I really like that. Sadly, it doesn't even count as a beast because it was like a failed beast or whatever. If I was gonna rate that though, that would be probably A. I think it'd be somewhere in here. It's a solid A. I really like that design. It's very good. It's funny how much better that is from like way down here in D-. So light years better. I don't think the list bat guy on here. Fuck. Hold on. Did I download his pictures? I think I might have. Because I don't know why they don't list him as a beast. He absolutely is one. I have absolutely no idea why they didn't. Oh, okay. Ace got me. I may have already downloaded his stuff. I'm not really sure, to be honest. That's weird that they don't list him as a beast, though, because he absolutely is one. That's very strange. Just out of curiosity, I want to see if I had already gotten him. Nope, I did not. Okay, well, this will have to do. Yeah, gummy worms. I thought of that the first time I ever saw them. Okay, so starting with this design, it's a little much. I mean, you can't tell me this isn't gummy worms. I mean, this is just fucking gummy worm hair, and that's really weird. You know, this is kind of mean and bat demon looking, which is kind of cool. The whole neck thing, though, is kind of just gross. It's not really cool. It's just fucking gross. And it's a little too much back here. All this, like, squiggly stuff. I don't really like it, really. I don't hate it, but I don't like it, right? It's eh. And this looks kind of weird. Cool claws, right? Like, I kind of, it's all right. You know, the face part is probably the coolest, and then everything else is pretty weak. And I really don't like all this stringy stuff up top. I don't really like that. And then, let's see, does that change anything? Not really. I mean, it definitely got like an almost dinosaur look about it, but the hair is just way too much. Way, 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 way too much. And then this design, I don't know about the loincloth. I don't think guys can pull that off very well. I like the head thing with going the kind of Aztec look. I don't mind that. But he's got like the weird arms, and like, again, he's still got the gummy worm hair going on. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't mind his character, but I don't like his design. I really don't. I mean, we're getting Ku-Alter in levels of just what the fuck. Let me see if we got some better pictures here. But yeah, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, this is very Ku-Alter-y, and that's not a positive. That's not helping. Yeah, nah, it's just weird. It's just really wacky, over the top. I mean, holy shit, dude. Yeah, no, I really don't like this, chat. I know some people love it to death, but the whole, like, bad arms and feet thing is weird. Like, yikes. It's just way too much. And all this extra stuff, I'm not really about it. The scythe is honestly kind of ugly. It's, yeah, whatever the fuck all this overdressed stuff is, man. This looks weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's very Ku-Alter-y with how whack it is. I probably would put it above Ku-Alter because you do get like that kind of extreme Aztec design where Ku-Alter is a dinosaur pimp monster, and that's just fucking stupid. So it is a bit better. Not a lot better though. Honestly, I might even give it to Kiara, because at least Kiara has vaguely human proportions and all that, where he's getting really weird with the hands and feet though, but he does have like the kind of cool colors. Her colors are definitely worse. I think I might give it to him just because of the colors. Like, I do kind of like the really like Aztec-y kind of wacky stuff. It's not by a lot though. I don't like either of these designs. I really don't. I might get, I don't know. I think she still gets the edge there. I mean, I don't mind his character, but I do not like his design. It's very low for me. I can't lie to chat and act like I like it. I really do not. But yeah, I think the colors are enough to beat Kiara, but, okay, I gotta be careful here, chat. Chat, I feel so vindicated, though, with the Reddit getting shut down. And anyone that's been on my Discord knows what I'm talking about. I have gotten so much flack for always deleting anything that even vaguely sexualizes kids or 1,000-year-old dragons. I have always just made... It's always been a rule on our Discord that absolutely none of that. And I have gotten so much flack for that. And people act like I'm exaggerating or whatever. First off, it's not even about the rules, although it is a rule. Discord has the same rule as Reddit, that they're very clear about it. It's not just you can't have pictures, sexualized pictures of kids. It can't even be people like characters that are made to like look like kids. They're very clear about that. We've always had a pretty firm ban hammer on that kind of thing. And I've gotten so much flack from that. And I've had people making fun of me on other Reddits and all kinds of stuff. And like, fuck you guys. One, I think it's lame sexualizing kids. I think that's creepy. I don't think it's the same. Obviously there is a difference between, fiction, pictures like anime and the real thing, but that doesn't make it good, right? I still think it's creepy and weird, and I don't want that on my Discord. And then it's against Discord's terms of service, which I'm not going to willy-nilly break. Did the Reddit already get back? Yeah, I wonder if they, you know, were like, okay, we'll just take it down or whatever. But yeah, I'm guessing they just said they'd take it down and they wouldn't post it again, and they probably let them back then. Yeah, actually, the Reddit did try to purge lollies a while ago. That's true. They did, actually. I remember that. It wasn't even about the lollies. What was it then, though? But yeah, I know the Reddit did actually, I should have mentioned that. I kind of forgot, but they did start to do more due diligence when it came to that kind of thing. Anyway, that doesn't change anything. It's still against the rules, and the rules are pretty clear about that. Other Reddits got banned as well. Anyway, well, we're not going to be rating the other stages of Nero here. We'll just be doing stage 3, obviously. I'm not much of a Nero fan, but this is not bad. The only thing I don't like about it is the sword is a little cartoonish. This looks like an Aku weapon from Samurai Jack. And these horns are a bit much. They're better than Kiara's. The red is better than the pink, and there's not like all this weird squiggly fucking bullshit. But this looks like it's on a hot rod. Right, literally, this looks like someone put like bull horns on their hot rod and gave it like the flame colors, right? And it's just a little much. The horns, if they were maybe 20% less, I'd be okay with it. But this is probably Nero's best look. The black and red looks really cool, right? They're kind of mixing in some of the more like, you know, typical Roman stuff. You know, that's kind of cool. You got the green jewel there, and like a green highlight like that looks really good with the black. I just wish you could see the green jewel on her chest better, but her fucking hair is covering it up. So she's messing up with that one. But that looks great. The green on the black looks really good, and it's not too much to like clash with the red. But the sword is pretty weird, right? This is some Samurai Jack nonsense. The horns are just a little too much. They're not awful though. But the red eyes are cool. The hair's decent. The armor's cool. I think you can pull the cape off. The only thing that kind of stands out is this, like these little ties here. That's a little weird, and I guess they have them here as well. I think they're kind of trying to go for a more old-timey look, I guess, but it's just a little much, like just how much is hanging off there. But no, it's good. You know, it's crazy Roman Empress lady, but this sword is lame, though. I really don't. It looks like a fucking Star Trek spaceship or something. That's like the one thing I don't like. Everything else is good though. I mean, again, I'm not a Nero fan, but this is good drip. Like I can say this is good drip. The face tattoos aren't too much. I think it's fine. I wish there was more of these green jewels. Not too much though. You can go too overboard with that, but they're hard to see. But no, it's good. I like the cape. I like the red black. You know, it's crazy space empress that's gonna fight you with a really dorky sword. That's the one thing. But no, it's actually quite good. I may be low A. I think it's more B, really high B plus. Now I like Karna more as a character. He's got the, I think the sunglasses might barely fend her off. I'm not sure. These two are really close. They have a very similar vibe. She's got the cooler hair, but I like the colors more on this one. But she definitely has the cooler hair. All of this is about the same. I'll put it there for now, just because of the hair. But I don't know. That's mighty close. I think Karna still wins because the sunglasses are so fucking good. And I do like his colors and stuff as well. But there are a few problems with Karna's design. But I do a lot of Karna's a mixed bag. There's some real high highs, but then like the speedo is pretty weird and stuff like that. I'll have to think. I might have to have a. Okay, hold on. Let's think about this here. Let's get Nobu. We gotta have a head-to-head here because they have a pretty similar vibe. I didn't even think about that until now. I like how I put a Nobu and they don't actually come up. There we go. No, that's Berserker. Oh my god, game. Why do you have to make this such a pain in the ass? Okay, yeah, they have like Emperor, you know, vibes, you know, high heels and that kind of thing. So her shoes are worse. They're kind of weird. The rest of the armor is pretty good though. I like the bronze. I really do like the bronze. I think I gotta give it to Nero. I'm gonna make Nobu fans mad. Like, it's close. It's really close. Her hair is better, hands down. Her hair is better. I like the cut of her jib more, right? But like, I like the green right? It's a bit cleaner, right? These like prong things are getting a little weird, right? And like this thing, right? This is not clean. It's clean everywhere except for whatever this is, whatever these are, and all that kind of stuff. The armor's probably a bit better here. I like the red. I don't know. This is really close. This is really close. I hands down like the armor and like the shoes and stuff more on this one, but the hair and like the face and everything is definitely better on this one, right? It's close. And see, like the katana is lame, but it's not as lame as this. I'll say that. This is hard to ignore. I will say that. This is really hard to ignore. That's a big part of the design. But this green looks really nice. I don't know. This really just feels like a tie to me. I can't even think of a reason why I would give one a distinction over the other, because they're very similar. They have similar vibes. And then although like the hair and the face and all that, I think is definitely better here. All this weird like whatever the fuck this is, like noodles, right? That's pretty weird. And I really don't like this thing on like the cape and all that. But then like all this stuff I think is a bit better. I think the gloves are a bit better, but then the shoes are not as good. I think it's just a tie. I think they're just tied. I can't really think of a fair tiebreaker, but I like this cape more. I like the green more. I do like the Roman look and all that. But the hair is definitely not as good, and the horns are a negative. Okay, chat. So here's what I'm gonna do. We have never counted this before, but this is pretty much a tie. But what the tiebreaker is gonna be, because I can't think of another tiebreaker, is I just like Nobu more. So that's a tiebreaker. I think design-wise, they're like dead even. They're like gridlocked. But I just like Nobu more, so I'm going to make that the tiebreaker. So I literally can't think of another thing to do. So it is what it is. So Nobu barely, but this is pretty much tied. You know, they have extremely similar vibes, and they're succeeding and failing in, I would say, relatively equal measure, right? So overall, I think it's about the same. God, get that shit off the screen. Okay, I guess that's it for Beast. We're getting pretty far along here. But yeah, B+, like top of B+ is good, right? I always say, you know, the higher end of C+ is a little bit positive. You know, it's nothing crazy, but it's a little bit positive, but mostly neutral. And then B is good, and then B+ is quite good, and then top of B+, obviously, it's very solid. But then, you know, A is when it's elite, right? A is like the real winners. But the thing is, these ones right here, like Tristan and Up, they're quite elite themselves, right? They really are getting into that, like, wow, I'm really starting to like these designs a lot, right? And even some of these, right? Like her design's good, right? These designs are really good, right? Like the top chunk of B+ is very, very, very solid. I don't even remember the arcade version, but I'm not going to show that on stream right now because I'm pretty sure it's just more kid bullshit, and that's not happening. So I've already said Foreigner is going to be last. Right, I don't think you have to think very hard as to why, because it has the worst, and then, you know, or in Cuckoo and all that, but then, you know, it also has literally like some of the worst shit ever. So it's Foreigner's very extreme, right? So yeah, I won't say who for those that don't know, but like probably my least favorite design, other than maybe some of the kid nonsense, is in Foreigner. So there's a lot of reasons for that to tank. It's gonna be interesting, but I am so looking forward to the Foreigner stream. It's gonna be a stream on its own. I'm not gonna fuse with any other classes. It's gonna be its own thing. And it's gonna be like I'll make a thumbnail for it for YouTube and all that. It's gonna be a thing. But yeah, Foreigner's going last. But what do you want to see next, chat? So for normal, we've still got Caster. Caster's the only normal class left. Wow, we're really close to being done. How about we do Alter Ego because it's extra, and then Caster because it's normal, and then it looks like we go right into Foreigner. Unless we want to do NPC and Master before Foreigner, which we might actually. So maybe we do Alter Ego, then maybe NPC, then maybe Caster, then Master. How's that sound? Or we do like NPC next because it's very different than what we've been doing, right? We do NPC next. Then we do Alter Ego, then we do Caster, then we do Master. We might just need a poll for this if we've got a I do like NPC Next because it's so different, right? Like it's a nice change of pace. I'm gonna have to fucking get all these pictures and try to find the full body shots, which can be really hard. That's gonna be a bitch. Oh yeah, she's in there. That'll be interesting. NPC, alter ego, master, caster, foreigner. Be kind of weird to save an extra or a normal class for that late, but I guess that'd be kind of nice, right? It's kind of special to have like caster be like the final normal class. Right now it's really split between NPC and alter ego. I don't mind doing NPC a little later, right? Because they are so special, but we'll see. Master is going to be interesting as well. I know a few of these I'm going to tear apart, but there's a few that I think I'm going to like as well. Ogla won't stay there for long. We'll see him. All right, looks like chat does want NPC next. Okay, that we'll follow chat. We'll be democratic on that one. So we will do NPC next. That's going to be interesting, trying to fucking hunt down all these goddamn pictures for these people. Let me make sure I didn't fuck any up. I think all of these are masters. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we did a pretty good job. I picked out the ones that were blatantly a certain class, or like a servant. Some of these are servants, but their class isn't known yet, so that's why I didn't do them with the other ones. So yeah, okay, NPC next. That's kind of interesting. I am not looking forward to getting the pictures ready for that, but it is what it is. We might have time to do another one with them, though, because that's not that many characters. I can just delete these. Nice, getting rid of some of this stuff. I guess I could get rid of the... I might want to hold on to these just in case I need somebody's, like, a specific ascension that we want to talk about. So I'll hold on to those for now. So if we did someone with NPCs... Oh man, Caster's got some stuff, man. We got Maxwell's Demon. And look at this guy. He's looking awesome, like a ring wraith over there. And his Saint Graph is confirmed to be a caster one, so that's why he's in there. Yeah, the caster's gonna be a big one. Caster is gonna be a big one. How many is an alter ego? I think we could do NPC and alter ego. I think that's fine. I think we start with NPC because that's what chat voted on. But I think that whenever we get around to doing that stream, we'd probably have time to do alter ego as well. Yeah, that looks like a reasonable amount. I think that's totally fine. I'll go ahead and get these up here. God, Kodamine / Rasputin stage 2 is pretty weird, man. Boy, there's some stuff to talk about with alter ego. All right, nice and organized there. Still gotta actually get the picture of what's her face for that one, because we never did that. I need to do that at some point. Okay, chat. I think we've done enough of the tier list today. I think it went pretty well. It might be a moment before we do more, just because I guess summer events coming up. I'm not really looking forward to streaming that, but I obviously will, and we'll show off the units and talk about this, that, and the other. But yeah, all right. That was fuck. We need to play Arknights. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, chat. I'm gonna go eat because I'm really hungry. But then I am gonna be back with Arknights, and we're gonna go fight the boss and all that kind of nonsense. We might have to speed run it. We don't have a lot of time. So I might actually bust out my 6 stars for once. I don't normally do that. It's kind of fun. If I'm on a crunch, it kind of gives me an excuse to use my 6 stars, which I don't normally do. So I think I might do that. That'd be a fun way to mix it up. But I don't think this boss is all that memorable anyway, so I don't think anyone cares if I crush it like that. But okay, I will be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go eat dinner, and then we will arc the knights.